Truck, rolling through the bluff, trolling through the block, chain swinging heavy clout, spitting on the mic, what's the latest, what's about? Politicians tripping, headlines flipping out in the heart of the South, where the whispers turn to shouts. Meetings in the shadows, hustlers making plans, deals going down, gripping tight, shaking hands. City buzzing loud, news dap in demand. Dirty South vibe, deep roots, dirty land. Drop by, chop it up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, living thick skin. Rappers on the come up, topics in their rhymes. Truth spilling raw, cutting through the grime. Events popping off, party scenes in their prime. Southern nights wild, about to lose track of time. Headlines breaking, cities heart be racing. Discussions, heavy heads nodding syncopation. From the bodega gossip to the mayor's dictation. Southside stories, raw truth, no hesitation. Drop by, chop it up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, living thick skin. Drop by, chop it up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, living thick skin. Drop by, chop it up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, living thick skin. Dirty South, living thick skin. Thick skin. Rappers on the come up, topics in their rhymes. Truth spilling raw, cutting through the grime. Events popping off, party scenes in their prime. Southern nights wild, about to lose track of time. Headlines breaking, cities heart be racing. Discussions, heavy heads nodding syncopation. From the bodega gossip to the mayor's dictation. Southside stories, raw truth, no hesitation. Drop by, chop it up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, living thick skin. Drop by, chop it up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the end. Dirty South, living thick skin.
Welcome everybody to the Drop By Discussions with your host OGDoDirty in.
What's up, everybody? It's your guy Wrestler here.
Salute to the Marcus and Trash. You got to get the people that's on your side, brother. I don't have greens on my side.
I got you. Got Mayo Monkey in the building as well.
Salute to everybody. Even the people over on Kick. Thank y'all for coming through, man. We're gonna try to have us an excitement show. Salute out to Marcus OGDoDirty let me here, including Wrestler, because we on the goddamn Drop By Discussions. If one do it, the other did it too. So if I led you here, guess what? Wrestler led you here too. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate Marcus for being in the building. Atticus, appreciate you, brother, for pulling up on us. And we're going to have an insightful conversation today. So if you're down to have the conversation and just going to get our feet wiped off and everything, let's drop this here link for those who want to come up and join the panel. Of course, we do. It's this open panel. So if you want to join the conversation, just hit the link. We'll bring you on up. Drop this down. Today might be the day for you to get what you want to be heard of, because, you know, it's a lot of people talking about it. So let's have a discussion today. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to talk about, please come up here and speak your piece. What you got for them, Wrestler?
Listen, we got a lot of stuff going on. We already know what's the biggest thing going on. Everybody, we've heard a lot of people talk about this all over the internet, all on political side, everything about this whole Charlie Kirk situation. I thought about talking about this even earlier in the week, but I said, you know what, I want as much information to come out before I ever really talk about it, because I know everybody's just waiting to just every day go live to drop a little bit, make recorrections. And I'm like, no, I'd rather just have the whole thing out. But even before I do that, I thought we should have a little conversation about it as well.
That's a whole guy. That is a whole bag. There's a lot of stuff going around the internet, man. There's a lot of people saying a lot of different things. It don't matter what side you're on, if you indifferent, if you're different, or if you're indifferent, if you agree, or if you're down the middle, bro. It's everybody is saying something about it. So, you know what I'm saying? It's good that we're going to have this discussion on the drop-by discussions, where we have the best discussions, you know what I mean? On YouTube, to me, because, you know, we don't do all that other stuff. So, hey, I suggest if you got something to say, man, please hit that link. Come up and speak your piece. If you've been speaking on other people's channels, they ain't gave you the voice to say nothing. Come on over to the Drop By Discussions, man. Make sure you share out the stream and all that good stuff. I got to take this phone call. You got it, Resla. Go ahead.
You got it. So yeah, if you're gonna come over here, you're gonna have a discussion. Do us a favor. Actually have a discussion. Don't segue into your mama's pinky toe. Don't segue into what happened to you. But stick to the actual conversation, because I think this is a big one that we really need to hammer down on a lot of different points. And because of that, because of those particular points, I have been at least a little bit in these streets, and I've heard so many different segues, so many different uh, so many different narratives that have been brought by, and I'm just going, what does this have to do with the actual conversation I have? Is it about you? Is it about your community? Is it about the Second Amendment? Is it about the First Amendment? What exactly is this thing that we need to really hard down? And is it really okay that, as quote fellow Americans, that it's okay to start celebrating the death of other people? Because this is something that's also been taking place on these online streets. We see it when it comes to, I'll even say, well, some of the most recent thing I know I can think of. It doesn't even have to be quote as political heavy as this one, but I always think of like when people celebrated Kevin Samuels, and then now I see people are celebrating Charlie Kirk going down as well, and I'm just like, if we have, this is my thing. If you're the type of person that wants to chastise somebody or celebrate someone's death, then I think you should have that energy across the board. Don't tell other people that, quite frankly, they cannot chastise one person, but it's okay to chastise another. Because now we also have to get into this idea of policing, quote, expressing emotions, something that we're covered under the First Amendment. This whole rules for me and not for thee thing is something we just go and talk about. And then in this whole cycle that we have right now, where people are now talking about, oh, hey, we can just have debates and we can talk with one another, blah, 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 blah. Well, we've already seen a culture of doxing. We've already seen a culture of the pull up. I'm gonna find your address. I'm gonna come knock on your door, take a picture of your car, blah, blah, blah. But now to the point where we've seen Vegas, the Vegas shooting that took place. Now to the point where you can't even have regular debates, because even as a political figure, just having open debates on college campuses, the places where you're supposed to, quote, have your views challenged so that therefore it can make you a better individual for society. And instead, it seemed like the premise is not to agree to even disagree, but disagree and you die. What's good?
Good with your advocacy.
How you guys doing?
Sorry, I had to run a little monologue right there.
Oh, you're all good.
Let me get this real quick. Salute to Stephen Hall for the $2, man. Appreciate you, brother. Let me give you a little something. You know what I'm saying? Show what we appreciate you over here. You know what I'm saying?
Gator don't play no shit. You feel me? Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
Never been about playing no shit. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Stephen Hall, for supporting the stream. Y'all be like Stephen Hall. You can support on Resla's on Resla's page, CashApp Super Sticker. You can support on OGDoDirty, Cash App or Super Sticker, or you know what I'm saying, Super Chat. Make sure you do one of the three, you know what I'm saying, on either page. You know what I'm saying? If you want the Cash Apps from me and Resla, IamResla at the bottom, and OGDoDirty, money signs in front of both of them. Support the stream, support the show. Thank you, Stephen Hall.
Appreciate you, Stephen Hall. So, Atticus, what are your thoughts on what has transpired so far?
Well, I've been playing the accountability game with a lot of people, and they're finding out, how do I word it, how far your freedom of speech extends. You have a freedom of speech, but that doesn't mean freedom from accountability.
Okay, so I like the fact that you mentioned that freedom of accountability, right? It is what we're seeing right now, freedom of accountability or just freedom of consequences?
It might be a mix of both.
I mean, calling somebody out, even bad behavior or even hypocrisy, can be a form of accountability, but just straight up murking someone?
Oh, yeah. I'm talking more about the reaction to, and the way that a lot of the people of a certain political leaning, well, we're all fucking, it's YouTube. All the leftists are celebrating his death. Some of them made disgusting posts and whatever. And then the next day they woke up to find that they had either been put on administrative leave or dismissed from their jobs for it. And they're angry with everybody saying like, you doxed me and whatever else. But no, that's not the situation. They just elevated your voice for you. And now you face the accountability for it.
So you mean to tell me people got their jobs too for opinion that they spoke? Oh, wow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so many teachers.
Teachers, city workers, doctors, dentists. There's a lot of people who have lost their jobs. Nurses.
Do we see that
a lawyer?
Wait, so we don't see that? Do we see that as a problem, or do we not see that, or we see that as gratification that they got what they deserve? Like, where's everybody's stance on that? I have a big problem with that.
It's interesting. You know, I don't know really where to put it. Because here's the truth of the matter. It's not the same thing. It's not even. It's not cool. Because you know me, I'm not for doxing, but at the same time, I'm not for celebrating someone's death. And here's my thing: even if you want to do that, as your right, it's your emotional right to do so. You didn't have to post it. Keep in mind, these are public. Let's put that very much out there. Public platforms. You're not entitled to your privacy. That's why you made it public. And keep in mind, I say this all the time. It's my rule number one. Be careful about what you say, because when you say something on the internet, it stays. And this is the whole thing I'm going through with Atticus and saying, so where are we at on that? Is it really where's that line between accountability and consequences? Because to me, consequences have to have a real adverse effect. This is why I kind of have this whole conversation with people about, are words violence?
Yeah. That's one of the silliest arguments that I hear all the time. The words are violence. They made
because there has to be a consequence of words are violent.
I think that isn't that the sticks and stones part of it.
Well, here's the thing: if the sticks and stones part, right? If they say words can never hurt me, then that means it's not. There's no consequences.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean that's how we all grew up, right? If you ran your mouth to somebody, you got slapped in the mouth or worse.
Yeah, I mean, but the okay, so you have to break. Like I thought I did this before, bro, with some people, bro, breaking down the analogy of the sticks and stones may break my bones and whatnot. But understanding that it's not about what they're going to do to break your bones, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the breaking your bones part was the physical part, saying, bro, saying stuff will get your bones broken. Not saying, bro, that you can say anything that you want to say. That was my point when I was talking about it, because I believe you should be slapped across your motherfucking mouth by the things that you say.
That's always been my interpretation too.
If you got the galls to do it and you can stand up for yours, so you want to go toe to toe with that nigga, that's cool with me too. But don't get in the pity mode when somebody slapped the shit out of you over something that you said and then want to make yourself the victim because you got physically injured because you believe that words are not violence.
Okay, so so you're saying that words are violence?
Yeah. Bro, so only thing, think about it like this. If you don't say the word, the violence don't come to you.
I would say more
you
so
see the
words
sorry,
are
go
the
ahead.
precursor. The words are the precursor to the violence.
Well, I mean, plenty of people have been hurt, have been injured, and not know what the hell was going on. I mean, they didn't have words spoken to them.
Yeah, but that's a different situation. That won't imply sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will hurt me.
Context, Resla.
Yes, bro. So you talk about
words were never hurt me.
Okay, fuck it. I said it wrong. I don't get it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm going to say a lot of stuff wrong. Like, I understand that we're having a conversation. I'm just trying to get to the point. I'm getting pushback over something, bro, that people most likely don't believe. I just heard that people don't believe that words are violence. Well, if words are not violence, take the fucking punch to the face. And don't cry about it because you believe words are not violent, sir.
Stand
Do
on
that
it.
make sense? Yes. Do that make sense? That's what I'm saying. Talk to that point before we go anywhere else.
Well,
Me,
when speech becomes violence, violence becomes speech.
Yeah.
That's the
Do
point I
you
was.
want to live in that world?
That's the
We
point I
already
was.
do. That's the problem where we
just
lost it.
become so
We already
civilized
do.
now. Yeah, we become so civilized now that we run out the epitome of sticks and stones will break your bones, but words never hurt me. That's a childish epitome, and it isn't true, right? Even the Bible says, no saying, smooth words, no saying, ease the heart, while angry words, no saying, invoke anger. That's for a reason. You know, power, the
Okay,
life and death and the power of the tongue, right?
I hear you, but you say invoke anger, not
Yeah.
violence.
Well,
Yeah, he's talking
anger and
about
violence
something
are two
different.
things. Yeah, anger and violence, they go hand in hand. Now,
No, they don't.
No, they don't. Not for most
wait,
people.
wait. Before y'all try to get nerdy on me, let me explain. 99.45% of people ain't gonna react to the words you say because they got stuff to lose, right? But every once in a while, you run into somebody who gets really offended by something you said, especially if you keep saying hostile kind of hatred, right, out there in the world, to the point where somebody, you know, saying, will eventually say, okay, let me do something about this. I don't like what he's saying, and then thus this occurs. Versus, you know, and like you said, in most cases, because most of the stuff is online, so you can't really get to that person anyway. And by the time you got a way to do it, you didn't cool down. That's what most people hope in those circumstances. That's why this goes on like it does, because a lot of people feel as if there's no consequence to that behavior. You know, right? I can say what I want to say, and at the end of the day, nobody will ever find me. Nobody will ever know. I can get away with it. Nobody will know. Saying people will get over it. And some people just don't get over those things, man. So you have to be careful what you say to folks because you never know who is going to have that reaction versus not.
I mean, you want to
So we
take that?
should bend. So we should bend society to the 0.01%.
Yes, that's why we have hate speech that hasn't been invoked in the last 8 years because of controversial and provocateur, whoever that may be. You know, right? Has basically inflamed that. But yeah, there are laws in place for that for hate speech, right?
For hate speech, sir, is anger. But let's go back to the original, right? How often does anger lead to violence?
Probably more often than what we know, but we have current examples.
How long does anger reach the level of violence with you?
Depending on what you say, I can't get to you over the internet.
No. If you get angry 5 times a day, how many of those times do you reach out and smack somebody?
Probably 2. Because at the end of the day, if I'm getting angry 5 times a day, you're really saying shit to piss me off, right?
I mean, not for nothing. Even when I'm looking at it right now, when you talk about hate speech, right? I can see targeting of I see prejudice. I see discrimination. I see nasty language. I see hatred against. I see vulgarity. I see the lack of legal definition of speech. I even see hate crime. But you know what I don't see? Actually physical violence put up there for the actual term of the word.
It's because most of this stuff now is being done online, which creates this extra barrier and boundary between you and that person who's saying that. Now, you know, there's an easy solution to this that no one's even talking about. You know what the solution is? Just don't say the hateful words. You don't have to worry about that.
I literally just said that shit.
Yeah, but guess what? And you say it all the time, OG. I don't know what a hateful word is to you.
Facts.
You say nigger over and over and over again.
Wait a minute. Wait, stop. When have I ever said I don't know what a hatred word is to me?
When you say you don't control somebody's reaction to what you say.
Yeah, you don't know what's really offensive to them.
No. Not to them. It's what they saying to me is what he's saying. Not what I'm saying to them, what they saying to me. When have I ever said that? Because again, I'm that type of person. Okay, so, go ahead. Explain to me again. Hold on. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
If I say something to you, I don't know what your response is going to be, right? And
yeah, you do know what my response.
So
No,
why
I
say
don't,
it?
because I don't know how you're going to take what I say.
So why say it? Why say it in the first
wait,
place?
wait.
Is it really
No,
that
no,
And
necessary for you to tell?
we still losing the fact that I think that no, bro, words come with consequences, bruh.
But
So
which
again,
word?
What word?
whatever
Which
word they
word?
are using that gets me to punch them in their goddamn face if they using it in a certain way to me. So if you got somebody, bro, calling me bitches, whores, anything that would be demeaning to me, if I feel like I want to sock them in their face, bro, they shouldn't have said that shit. I don't go up. So if you do it in the reverse, right? Because you asked me what somebody else would say to me and what was going to be, what words would they use? Well, there'll be a lot of them. You want me to be specific on each word that they use? They can say something as fuel as me being fake. The way that they say it will get them punched in the motherfucking face.
So
So I
Because
can
nigga,
say
if I
good
had
morning to you, and if you're
that.
not having a good morning, I can catch a shot to the face.
I mean,
no,
not for
sir.
nothing. I see someone get their ass whooped for be like, yo, what's good, brother? Nah, I'm not your brother. Whoa.
Yeah.
But did they get punched on for that, or did they get told that, sir? Or was it some, again, if you was listening to what Lord ADS just got through saying, well, what I was saying, it's the way that people talk to people. So again, if you calling them something, if you disrespecting me by calling me, if you like, man, this partner right, this nigga over here is a bitch. That's different, right? That's different from somebody saying good morning. Where in good morning would there be I should take that offensively unless the motherfuckers. I'll give you a great example. Not because I'm gonna use the good morning. Well, no, I'm gonna use the good morning because
I use good morning for a reason. Go ahead.
that's my whole point. So, what? Go ahead and tell me why you use the good morning, because good morning wouldn't be a
I
point
know
for
why
you to
he's
get punched
using
in
it
the face. But go ahead.
Because there's a trope going around the internet.
Yeah.
The good morning is what slave masters used to say after they murdered a slave to the surviving slaves.
Yep.
Okay,
That shit is all over TikTok right now.
Cool. So you take
Who
something
has
that
been beat up over that thus far, Mayo? Have you heard of anybody being beat up, killed?
Have you
hurt,
not
or
followed
injured?
any of the TikTok trends in the last 4 years?
right there.
y'all niggas get so goddamn lost on certain stuff, bro. When
No.
he literally asked me a question, bro, and when the question got posed to me, telling me what the shit was about, it was about fucking slavery, bro.
He gave
What that has to do, but again, I wouldn't trip off the word good morning. I think I just got through saying that because ain't no way in the world you can tell me or have my brain believing that that's something got to do with goddamn slavery. Again, if you let me finish my context, I would be more in favor of going off on somebody and saying something to somebody. Might not punch him in the face, but tell them, why would you tell me that if they come to me and tell me Grand Rising? The fuck does that mean? How about you just say good morning?
But that's
And then if they take it in offense of me saying, why would you tell me that? Then that might get calls of them raising their voice and then getting punched in their motherfucking face. Because again, I would expect for you to have a conversation with somebody, not just to say something to somebody. We're talking about somebody walking up to somebody and saying good morning. And then if I tell them, well, I'd rather you say Grand Rising, which I don't believe in, that would be that. Or if they come up to me like Grand Rising, I'll be like, man, good morning. No, I don't like Grand Rising, but I want you to say good morning to me. I don't like that shit. Well, nigga, well, now it's the way that you're talking to me. Because I literally just asked you not to do that. Follow the conversation. Follow what people are saying. It's different from somebody telling you again. You just plain out saying, don't try to make something to fit what you're saying, bro. We don't have to deal with the problem that we're talking about. We're talking about somebody
dude,
saying
literally
something
does,
direct.
because I don't know what's going to offend you. I don't know what's going to offend the average person on the street at any time of day.
Calling them a bitch or demeaning them in a certain type of ways will get you punched in the face. That's the part of the sticks and stones. Again, if you're saying everything good about somebody, so basically what you're asking me is, if I'm sitting here praising a person, telling them they're good at this, you're a great person, everything else, they should get mad at me and punch me in the face because I'm saying something about them. No, it's context, like Rest just got to say, it's context to that. It's the things that I'm saying to you. Am I telling you that you're not nothing? Am I telling you below me? Am I telling you certain things that make you feel some type of way? If I'm not doing that, then I'm just having a regular conversation with you. I'm not doing anything towards you. But once you do something again or say something to somebody, bro, which they take as a certain type of way, then nigga, you get what the fuck they're going to give you. I don't know what that is. It might just be verbal back, but some people going to punch you in your goddamn head.
So let me ask you something, OG, because I'll put this out. So if you don't know what that person's already inner monologue about you is, like, let's just say they got some inner beef with you that you don't know shit about, right? But let's just say you said something good about them to somebody else and they ran up on you and they was like, yo, keep my name out your mouth. Like, I ain't seen nothing bad about you. Like, I don't care. Keep my name out your mouth. How would you feel about that?
Okay, cool. Start off with the first thing that you got through saying is something, they got something against you. So obviously they already starting off opposite from what me and Lord Yes just got through talking about. They came with a notion of already doesn't liking me. So whatever came out their mouth, they can, when I get in their face, that's when they nut up. This is what's wrong with folks. Because you can say everything that you want to say online, you can say everything that you want to say behind somebody's back, but then when that information get related to me, like you just got through saying, and I go up to them and I ask them that, and you know what the fuck they tell me? Man, keep my motherfucking name out your mouth. I'm gonna go in your shit. Because you are the one, bro. I didn't say that I didn't like you. The question was if they already had something against me, right? If they come up to me and they tell me I didn't say something, keep my motherfucking name out your mouth. Well, bro, I'm about to go in your shit. Simple as that. You the one started off with this conversation, not me. I ain't talking about the conversation we really have. I'm talking about the person you're getting into it with. Yes. Again, the shit that they said, if they would have never said nothing wrong, nothing that got to that point for me saying anything to them, bro, we wouldn't have the conflict. But if you would have said everything good about me and I said everything good about you, how the fuck we gonna have a conflict if we both saying that if I'm bigging you up and you bigging me up? The problem is when you big and when you turn me down, bro, and I don't like you turn me down, so I go and tear your face down. That's the problem. Then that person's the victim. It doesn't, no, bro. That's how the world works, bro. But it shouldn't work like that because they give people cushions to say what the fuck they want to say without consequence.
But is there a line? Like in your example, we all would agree if Mayo walked up to you and was like, "What, bitch?" and you punch Mayo in the mouth, like that's on both of you. What happens past that point? Like y'all brawl, that's whatever. If one of you turns and walks away, that's whatever. But as a societal norm, let me use, do y'all remember the GameStop ma'am thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now is that acceptable because that guy was nervous as shit and didn't know how to respond, so he kept nervously calling him sir? Is that okay for him to yank him over the counter and pound the piss out of him at that point because that was violence against him with those words?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't okay at all. But let me say something.
Hold on, let me respond to you. Got it, bro. Trash, you started off, bro, all the way wrong. What's the first thing that you said the man said to me when he walked up to me?
He called him, well, he was in line or whatever, cashing out, and he called him sir.
No, sir. You literally you said, what if Mayo walked up to you and said,
oh, yeah,
what?
yeah. I'm saying using that same logic, like all of us would agree right now, because that's a societal norm. For a long time, you don't write checks that your ass can't cash. But I'm saying to the new liberal standards or whatever of words or violence, what do you do in that situation? Is that okay? Like that he would pull that poor kid?
Ask yourself, you gave yourself the answer, bro. You literally gave yourself the answer. If somebody walks up to you and say, what, bitch? Is that exciting? Violence, trash.
Yeah.
My point is that we shouldn't have nothing else to say.
But what I'm saying is now take that same energy, and if it's a transgender that's standing at the aisle and you call them sir on accident and they punch you in the mouth, that's okay too?
Now stop using outliers, because that
I'm not using outliers.
No, he's
It might be an outlier in your life, but it's not in mine.
Yeah, it's not an outlier.
He's not using outliers, sir. I can easily answer that. It'd be the same answer I would have gave you for the first one, sir. Keep your motherfucking mouth closed. What makes you think that you as a person has the right to tell somebody they're a yes or a ma'am? I don't know what the fuck you is. You might see yourself as a cat. Matter of fact, you might be a lizard. So I'm going to offend you either way it go in this day and world. Let's just keep it 100. So when you try to use these stuff like this, bro, to try to pin your point down, I'm gonna stick to the original thing that I said. There's nothing against what you're saying, Trash, because you made a very good point. You know what I'm saying? And I like the way that you did that. But if somebody will come up to that person and say, well, ma'am, or say, sir, and they don't know what the fuck that person want to be called. It's just like me telling a female, because I don't want to disrespect them, say little bitch. I'm gonna say love. Now, some people might get offended by me saying love.
Oh,
Do that say
girls? You can't call a woman.
No, what I'm saying is that can be a sign to her. Oh, he said love to me, so y'all go beat that nigga up. And guess what? I chose to say the word love.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that person, instead of asking them, well, tell them whatever they ringing up or whatever, this is the price of whatever it is, you came upon yourself to say yes or sir, well, ma'am or sir. So they took it in that direction. So if you get punched in your face, guess what? You get punched in your face. But the best thing to do is not to even say that shit. If you can look at somebody and you can't determine if they're a ma'am or sir, why would you say it?
Yeah.
Because in your head already thinking, bro, you thinking they're transgender. But see, you're so pussy that you're not going to come out and just call them that. You're going to be trying to be politically correct. Keep your motherfucking mouth closed. You know what I'm saying? Here go your change. Here go your what you call it. Thank you for coming through.
Yeah.
Simple as that. But since you want to use other shit and they got offended, guess what? It goes back to what I was saying at first. You said words can incite, they can.
Can I give an example, OG, of something I've experienced concerning words of that nature?
Go ahead, sir.
I was competing against a guy for a position, right, at another company in IT, right? I ended up beating him out. You know what I'm saying? We've been there the same amount of time, about a year and a half. I don't know, boss, you know what I'm saying? I guess they found me a more, you know what I'm saying, appealing candidate and choice, right? So I get the position. And one day I walk over to his desk and say, hey, I need you to look at this report. You know, when he turns around and he yells at me out there in the SOC, Security Operations Center, in front of, we're talking about 50, 60 people. Pays for horses. I could have fired him if I wanted to. I could have probably responded with violence. You know what I did? Said, okay, I'll talk to you another time. Went back to my desk, closed my door in my office, and just started doing paperwork. There's levels to this, right? When it comes to words, it isn't just, you know, saying the average, like good morning, which you could associate that with all types of stuff, right? In modern context, and people are just becoming more aware of now of what all this stuff is. And you got some people who are overly excited about this stuff, right? Who are a little crazy, a lot crazy, if you ask me the truth. But the vast majority of people are just normal people, right? You say good morning, they say good morning back, or they don't say anything at all. You say hi, they, you know what I'm saying, they say hi back, or they don't say anything at all. Most people aren't going to overreact just to common words of that nature in that circumstance. Now, if you're talking about someone who is a T person, a rainbow, you got to understand they already have a chemical imbalance. So you've got to be really wary and careful how you talk to those people sometimes, right?
I mean, yeah, 100%. But like, what if, like, we're supposed to respect their beliefs? What if it's your religious belief that people like that don't exist? Like, I'm supposed to morally dumb myself down for them?
You don't say anything to them at all. There are so many times and so many days where I see something of like we're discussing, right? And sometimes they say hi to me. Sometimes I don't say hi back because I don't know how to respond to them. I just keep walking.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be kind to everyone best I can, but like, you're right too. A lot of them do have bad chemical imbalances and kind of walk around with a chip on their shoulder. But like,
it's an accepted mental disorder, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Now it's becoming more than that, though, I feel like. I can't say the stuff I want to say on YouTube, though, unfortunately.
We're going to practice what we preach. We're not going to say mean stuff because it might offend someone. And this is OG's panel. Now, if this was Lord ADS's panel, I'd probably let you cook it up because I only do panels once a year. I don't care what you say.
It's not. Yeah, it's not because it's OG's and Wrestlers panel. It's because
I don't want to get
YouTube won't allow the speech.
Mm-hmm. Because of exactly what we're talking about, because these words are considered violence. which is weird because we can sit here and have conversations about punching each other in the mouth all night long.
Very true. I watch a lot of stuff that takes place on YouTube that is absolutely in violation of their freaking policies, but yet I see it on a continuous basis.
They accept it. Just like
Absolutely.
everything else. So yeah, I agree with you on that part. They're gonna push out what they want to push out. And I think people do the same goddamn thing, bro. They push what they want to push. I push ELE. How many of y'all push it? Don't get crickets.
I'm sorry, what you said? You push what?
I push ELE. Everybody love everybody. How many of y'all push that?
No,
yeah,
I don't,
sure.
I don't push that. Nope.
I don't at all. I don't believe in it.
See what I'm saying?
But that I do, but that also
Now,
extends
if you're talking
so far.
women, white women, Latin women, Asian women, some black women, I believe what OG said, and I agree with him. You know what I'm saying? ELE, right? Love everybody. But if you're talking about dudes, I don't love dudes. I don't have a lot of love for men.
You gave a stipulation, so the answer is no.
There you go.
What's good, Ruck?
Bruh. Yeah, what else you have? Rest away, because you was something else you were saying too with that first question that you had before we got to going into the violence and things of what's words violence, and would it give y'all thoughts on why y'all think words are not violent, or why y'all think words, are not violent? But that would be your point of contention with that.
I'm not sure it's really good contention. Again, people have their different ideas of what constitutes violence, because I think to the point even Alex was saying earlier, what's the line? Because it comes to a point where if we're going to say words is violence, if it's not just enough to just quote punch somebody in the mouth, now you got somebody who's just straight up taking you off the chessboard.
Because violence is physical force. Period.
I mean, it's the same way how like people keep confusing the difference between domestic disputes versus domestic violence. There's a difference. They're not the same. People would treat them like they're the same, like they're synonymous, but they're not. The wording is very important.
Very true.
But people will still treat it, they will rush quickly as if they are both the same thing. And it's like, no, they're not. So like where is the line to when we say, okay, you're allowed to get mad. You're allowed to even want to feel like you want to hit somebody, especially if you see them in front of your face. But are you allowed to take their life? Keyword being allowed.
I don't agree with someone's life being lost behind words, but we all know that could be a consequence of that.
Oh, well, so can it be for punching somebody in the face? You don't know how hard your fist is going to be. They're going to take someone out.
It's a consequence that the party has to deal with. Both, you know what I'm saying, both parties will deal with. One will get, you know what I'm saying, probably through the affliction. The other one might have a consequence through the law. But
So
either or, right?
ADS, so what you're saying is that anytime you engage yourself in, quote, having to straight somebody out, you're okay with taking their life.
I mean, if you stand on it and you feel that moral conviction about what you're saying, then you should be prepared to give your life, right?
No, that's what I asked you was, so if somebody say something that you don't quite like, you ready to chin check them, right? You're basically saying you're okay with forfeiting their life. Even if it's by accident, because you're willing to take that aggressive step. That's my question.
Let me say something, Resla, that might be a little alarming to you, but when men fight to the death.
That's not what I asked.
Yeah,
answer,
every
but
time
yes,
you get in a
He
fight,
won't
it's a
answer it
threat
because
to
he knows
death.
the answer and he knows it makes it look bad.
No.
It don't make you look
It's an
bad. It's
honest
what
answer.
people. No,
It's an
he just don't
honest
want to answer that shit. I really want him to answer, bro. Just go ahead and answer the shit, bro. I really don't want to be having it. Yeah, okay. I was about
Yeah,
to say,
You got to be prepared for that at all times, right?
because the next thing we be
none of this
going
is
to is be
guaranteed
talking
anyway.
about each other. We don't need to be doing all that, bro. Because I mean, if you want to be solid with it, bro, the way that the question was posed to you, it's going to have another follow-up question. It's just going to be a little bit opposite from that. Not trying to be funny, but it's going to have you have to give the same answer. It's going to be yes. Like if you say no, then you're going to contradict yourself. So just go ahead and say yeah, and it is what it is. Which sounds crazy that you would think that a person who gets into engaging in a fight is willing to kill somebody. Well, technically, if you want to use everything else in all the terms, if you want to go by the definitions, anytime that you physically put your hands on somebody, you can kill them.
A possibility.
So have go with that, and the answer will be yes.
Yeah, it's always a possibility, even if it's not intentional. Accidental deaths happen.
That's facts. That's facts.
So you're okay with what happened to Charlie Kirk?
Well, that's what I was just gonna ask, like extending.
Well, let me handle this, OG. Let me handle this, OG. Don't jump in. Let me handle this.
Okay.
No, I am not. From my position, no. Listen here. Listen. Let me finish because he asked me. No, I am not okay with what happened to Charlie. I'm not okay with anybody dying behind political violence, including those two people up there in Minnesota. I'm not okay with that, right? But at the end of the day, there are consequences to words, if I like it or not. Somebody, say just because I will not take action against it and say, okay, words are forgivable at the end of the day, because you know what? We all fall short of glory, right? So you got to give people, I guess, whatnot, right? But to others who might not see it that way, they might say, hey, you said something, saying I cannot, I can't forgive you for it. You know what I'm saying? And it's to the point where it's up and it's stuck. And so let's get this thing handled. I mean, you see it on YouTube all the time. You saw your boy in Las Vegas. What happened to your boy in Las Vegas? He was just using words too, right? He was just trolling your boy. Lost his life, him and his wife. Brother, words have consequences.
So, interesting enough, because you said political violence, right? But there are people who are, quote, influencers, like you mentioned, and they had a big dispute trying to get each other's channels taken down and everything. So they had a little weird infighting with each other. But to the point where let's just say if it's not quote political, just because someone doesn't like it, which is now a personal thing, it's a personal attack. Is that gonna be okay? Just because I just don't like you.
Well, that happens too, and unfortunately, and to me, no, it's not okay at that point, right? Just because you don't like someone, you shouldn't have to remove them, from planet Earth, right? There should be a few other steps and boundaries in between that circumstance and situation. But for some people, they don't have those type of filters. They just see it one way. Hey, either you're here or you're not. And I'm about to take, and you about not to be here.
Well, so political is just another way of saying ideological, correct? Would we all agree?
I would agree with that.
Not necessarily. Political requires actual paperwork, documentation, and rules, right? Ideologies, in most cases, aren't exactly written down. They're just personal beliefs. There's a significant difference.
But so are political beliefs or personal beliefs too.
Yes.
But it's more documented about laws.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Look, for instance, ADS. Let's just say if I sided with a liberal party, even though I am conservative, let's just say that. What does that have to do? Like, I'm literally on one team, but I'm supporting another team. Am I not allowed to do that?
You are, but what is that based on? I want you to think about that too. Are you just basically because you like liberals that much? You like liberal people?
It's based on his political beliefs.
Or it's because of certain policies that they have in place that you tend to want to.
Well, I love the fact you said, are my political beliefs based on my own personal agendas, or are they on party?
Personal agendas and political agendas sometimes align. That's a very loaded question, Leslie.
Well, it's all
but it's still ideology.
Yes. It's all political.
Not if it's ideology.
Political agendas.
Let's set a baseline. I'll go ahead and Google baseline. That way we can set some baselines. I'll be right. Political ideologies, what again? Political views versus ideologies, right? What are the key differences? Is that the right question to ask?
They're the same. It's no different than street gangs. and their politics or ideologies. They believe they own from this block to this block, and they can kill somebody from another block who walks on this block. And that's acceptable according to their ideology and their politics. No different than the ops culture that exists today.
Damn
Either
it,
you're
and Google,
for ideological violence or not.
damn it, and Google gave me a freaking laundry list of differences here. Let me see if I can narrow this down. Just make it personal ideology. Okay, so it says personal ideologies is distinct from political ideology affiliation, right? Even though political views are shaped by personal ideologies in that particular fact, they are not exactly the same. They don't line up as different. A political ideology, is a set of beliefs or an active framework, right? On how society should function versus a personal ideology is an individual unique belief system which may or not perfectly align with a specific political ideology.
So to make that simple, you're saying that personal ideology basically center on individual life versus political ideologies are basically applied to societal organizations.
System based, exact. Well, sort of, kind of, right. You know what I'm saying? Personal ideologies are more center point view, internal, versus political ideologies are one of the 7 ideologies I'm reading here that
Okay,
that have external factors like bills, societal standards, norms, also, saying policies. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this from reading it.
cool.
Well,
All right,
but that goes into personal ideologies as well. All those same things.
well,
No,
my
no, no. One's document, one's not. One's internal, one's external.
So here's my thing. So with the current thing that just happened with Charlie Kirk and this guy Tyler, is that considered how is that considered a political ideology when it was a personal vendetta? Because it comes up to be
I'm not sure that any of us really know. Now, Resla, I'm not sure that any of us really know that. We don't have enough details and context to what occurred versus what we think we know, right? Because he really hasn't said anything publicly yet. So we need more information before we can make a determination.
Sure.
on
But
that.
we also had
He said a whole lot publicly.
He said a whole bunch, and nothing was actually indicated that he said he was a part of any affiliation or group, so he was doing it for any particular party. It seems to be a personal vendetta.
Actually, one of the bullets did say you're gay.
No, it didn't, but that's
still not political.
no, but the Bella Ciao is, right? That's the theme song for Antifa.
Really? I didn't even know that, Mayo Monkey. Was he playing it out loud in his Jeep when he was
No,
driving
he
around
carved it
town?
on one of the bullets.
On the bullets.
Hold on, let me see what was carved on the bullets. I'll be right back.
There are several bullets that got that have things on it, memes and everything.
Yeah. And they still don't even know what that has to do with it. They don't even know why he did that. Where did he come? When did he come out and speak? The 22-year-old shooter. When did he come out and speak? We need to see that ASAP. Somebody can drop it from him so we can pull it up and see what he said.
It's really hard. I'm looking at it now.
But is your words the only things you can say? Or can you go off somebody's actions, writings?
Okay, hey,
I'm on. So let me make sure I heard correctly. With somebody, I just heard two people arguing about he said something. And what did y'all mean by
Yes,
that?
sir. He spoke through his actions.
Oh, okay. That's what you meant.
That's what I'm.
That's
That's
not.
what I'm
That's not.
saying. I'm not saying
Okay.
he
Okay.
came out
wait,
and
wait,
said
wait,
anything.
wait, wait,
That's
wait,
why I
wait,
was
wait,
asking
wait,
that.
Mayo, wait,
I was just
Kirk,
trying to
sneak
make
one in
sure
on
that
me.
everybody got all the information because I about to say I haven't heard him say anything, and if he
You
said
tried to
something
sneak
that I
one in
didn't
on
know
me,
about, I want
Mayo.
to hear.
You
Well,
tried to
they
sneak one in on. No, 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 no. Hold on one
What?
second,
No.
Russ.
What are you
wait,
Let
talking
me have.
about? I'm trying to sneak one in on you.
no, they got it from the
Oh,
friend. They got
Bella
it
Sia,
from
Bella Sia, Bella
the
Sia,
people that
Sia,
turned them
Sia.
in, and all
The
the
It's Bella
lyrics,
Ciao, sir. But
the
yeah.
lyrics from Bella Ciao, an Italian anti-fascist resistance song from World War II. That wasn't
Yes, sir.
Antifa,
That's Antifa's current theme song.
brother. That came from World War II.
And it's Antifa's current theme song. And see, Antifa, what does that stand for, sir? Anti-fascist. The same movement in World War II, Italy.
If you read this, you are gay. Laughing my ass off. That was on one of the bullets too. It's a homophobic taunt on the internet meme. So so obviously he wasn't fully bought into or vested into that progressive ideology that you guys are kind of pointing to.
Really? Because his roommate and lover was a trans furry.
Okay, well, I need more details. I don't know, Mayo. You almost got me there with the old Bellatio, so I got to make sure I research everything else to make sure you're telling me the truth.
So now that it came out that his roommate, the person that he was texting on Discord, is his lover.
Yes, sir.
And when was this
They've
said?
confirmed it.
Oh, this came out Saturday night.
Makes even more sense. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It lines up, right? Lines up with what's written on the bullets. Lines up with why they killed the person they killed.
So what would be the problem?
Are you okay with? Is anybody okay with that? Ending somebody's life
I want to end
over a
people's life
disputed
all the
belief.
time. I say get rid of Pastor Manning right now. Get that nigga gone.
Your favorite,
Right.
Your favorite
So
person.
so the question is, are we asking a morality question? What your belief is and how you think about folks and how you, because my whole thing is I don't want nobody switching and going to the other side when we see other stuff, because we watch a lot of death, right? We watch a lot of crazy shit, and I'm trying to figure out if we can laugh at one thing, we're not laughing at the other. Why is that?
It's all death the same.
No.
So would you say the killings in Minnesota were the same kind of provocation from that guy too, or
a beheading and somebody bleeding out is two different things. Answer your question.
it's still the same answer?
But we watch death in car accidents, right?
We watch people's heads get blown. Watch people's heads get blown off too.
Yeah.
And laughed at. You know that, right?
So let's take it back
laugh if it's a criminal.
Let's take it back a second or two.
So that's where it kicks in at where you decide what you believe to think somebody is, not what death is. Not so we're changing. See, that's what I'm saying. We didn't change it from what death is. If you had a problem with death, so you don't have a problem with death, to it's the death that's becoming of the person that you seen or know. So if you don't know this person and the shit is that shit look crazy and make you laugh, but it's Charlie, it's a problem.
Well, no, because there's a difference between death, murder, and killing, right?
That's all death, Mayo.
But there's a difference. If somebody's riding a motorcycle and takes it into a wall at 120 miles an hour, that's death. Murder involves somebody else.
But they're still passed away.
But it involves somebody else.
Does it change the fact that they passed away?
No, but it's different.
according to the laws outside
That's
of now.
that's the action how
You're
they
talking-
got there is
You're
the
talking
difference.
about reason for death versus actually just death.
Yes, because people just die, right?
I mean, we do classify death in many ways. ADS.
Resla, stop kissing Mayo's ass, please. He don't
Wait,
need it.
Ain't
we
nobody
don't
kissing
wait,
my
wait,
ass, dude. I'm
wait,
actually
so
making
we
sense.
don't classify killing versus murder.
I'm just trying to figure out
It's
where
death,
we
death,
going.
right? And so no matter how you go, you're still going, right? So I mean, I see y'all trying to.
No,
somehow
you just look.
finagle that
You
word.
just want to look at the end result, but we do classify a difference, right? There's a difference between somebody passing away versus someone is actually murdered, right?
No, they're both dead.
No, it's a difference. It's a difference. It's a difference how they dead though. It's a big difference how they
You're
dead.
talking about the reasons for death when it comes to law and implications in our society, right? How we have things set up.
I was speaking on what we laugh at and what we
The
don't.
person's already passed away. That's if the person's passed away, they're still not with us in the land of. Okay, go ahead and explain, you two. I'll just sit back and listen.
No, I was explaining that why we laugh at some death and not others. To OG's statement, that's all.
Yeah, but we laugh at okay, so
dead,
yeah, but we do it every.
Dead.
But the whole problem is what I got with what you're saying is like, so let's put it in the same situation, right? And that's just gonna be brutally honest. I'm gonna say how honest people is. You got Charlie Kirk that was doing this speech and got assassinated. Somebody shot him from a distance, hit him in the neck, killed the man, right? We got another situation where somebody is out doing the same thing, assassinating people in the groups. Do we not laugh at one and don't laugh at the other? Do we laugh at both? That's what I'm asking.
I think it depends on how we view them.
But that's my point, and that's the problem.
Like if
right
you
there.
view, if you using the two examples that you use, like the way that most people received Charlie Kirk was because assholes were just like, "Ha, look at this," versus like a lot of the videos that we watch, we send to each other or whatever because we're like, "Holy fuck, look at this shit!" Like that. I mean, there was some of that when he was shot.
Disrespecting the dead. Is it still not? This both are just.
It wasn't none of that when that happened, bro. What came after D is people jumped on other people because they felt like you was talking about him. And that's the part that kept on puzzling my mind. Because Trash, again, you just made a very good point, bro. Like we literally seen people sitting on top of a building, shot somebody, a woman, two with like three, I think it was 6 people or something like that, right? Pow, 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 pow. Knocked them out, bro. We was over here laughing. That's a good shot.
I honestly don't remember laughing at anything. No. I don't.
But there's also a difference in like uncomfortable laughing to like lighten the mood versus like maliciously laughing. Like none of us were maliciously laughing at what was happening to those people. That's the disconnect right now.
You know, part of the reason why we also laugh at, say, the random deaths that happen online or even whatever is because of dehumanization. It's based on who we know versus who we don't.
We're desensitized.
And about the fact that we've gotten so used to seeing it on a normal basis. This wasn't always a thing until we started seeing more of the internet. You would have to be basically working for a morgue to experience so much death.
Oh yeah, back in the 80s, you had to track down the faces of death to see the shit you can open up your news and see. Today,
I personally think we also have to admit that we judge. Okay, whether we recognize it or not, or admit it or not, we judge. We see certain videos where, you know what, you deserve what you got, so we judge.
But who are we to say that, right? I don't carry life or death in my hand. How you die is your way of death, right? Versus how I might.
But you're comfortable carrying life and death in your hand when you choose to get into a violent altercation over words. You said that yourself.
Hey, at the end of the day, you might live. How many people die from fighting versus gunshot wounds a year? You know, you have if you get to a physical altercation, there's like a 99% chance, or 90, what's it, 96, 97% chance, a super high percent chance that you're going to walk out there with minor injuries. Versus if you get shot, then your chances of probability of death go way up through the roof, right? Like an 80-something%.
So you get stabbed, you have an even higher chance of death.
Possibly, I didn't do the research on that. Just shooting a hand fight. But either way,
okay,
I haven't
okay.
been
In
shot. I've been shot
2023,
at, but I have been stabbed. And
yeah.
the problem with stabbing is if it's a stab isn't as bad as a slash. A slash, you bleed a lot, and you bleed fast, and you need help. So you got a hell of a point there with the stabbing.
Yeah. In out of homicides in the U.S. in 2023, 659 were due to hands, fists, and feet.
Out of how many though? Did you get the appropriate number there?
No, you didn't.
It's just okay. You just want to use that kernel of heat there to kind of make a point. Cool.
Well, it's not. That's almost 2 a day.
Okay, so
It's not uncommon.
Let's do murder rates in the U.S. Who dies from what? Give me 1 second.
For what?
I don't know. I missed that part.
He's talking to Google.
No, he said he was going to look up who dies by what percentage-wise. I think is what he said.
I don't think you'll find those statistics. They're too broad. It'd be all over the place. You'd be on Google all night.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's a space.
Google.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm pretty sure it's a space you can go to that they'll give you something, but it ain't gonna go for all. Again, these numbers is never all. That's why they give you the percentages, and then you use those to make people feel slower and smaller. So I mean, I'll be honest with y'all. That the numbers and shit ain't gonna work. Yeah. If you going 7% and 13% and 47% and 73%, and it's only for those who. Y'all really, they don't even know how many people are getting killed by hands every day. Nobody knows.
No, because you could die years later.
Actually, I didn't know this till now, that people die from internet device usage. Jeez.
Because of the cancer. That's why.
Uh-oh. The 5G coming through your ear.
Well, yeah. How many people die looking at their cell phones while they're driving?
Looks like about 15 people a day.
Well, here's one. How many people die from cell phone cancer because they fall asleep listening to podcasts with their phone under their pillow?
You know they're not going to tell us that, Ruck, because that right there hurts their business.
Good point.
What are y'all talking about?
Good question, John.
Wait, what happened to John?
I thought the question was, are we getting on those who laughing at Charlie because they disrespected him versus how other people die? We don't laugh. We laugh at them. But now we talk about how people die, right? Is that what we're doing now?
We got in the weeds. My bad. Me and Mayo got in the weeds.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not entirely too sure, but like to me, everybody takes everything differently when it comes to death. I mean, not for nothing. People who have close loved ones, they instead of crying, they are laughing. So, like I said, and people who just don't know other people, that's why I said dehumanization. And we've gotten so much into that a lack of empathy is happens to be the common thing now.
Mm-hmm. We have it for everything else, but all of a sudden we got it. It's like it's there. It's been ingrained in us for years. Like we got to let it out now. What was all this smoke at? You know what I'm saying? For everything else that we didn't put our eyes on and reacted to because we wasn't there. I don't think nobody knew him up here. Anybody up here knew him personally?
Yeah, I met him a couple of years ago. I've been to a couple of his events.
Yeah, no. Did you know him personally though, sir? You
No,
met the man. You
made
probably
him-
shook his hand. I haven't shook none of y'all hands up. I don't know. I don't know none of you guys personally. Do we know anything about Charlie personally? Like, did y'all hang out with the nigga? Like, it's only one person in this space, and I'm glad that when I seen him say what he said, it kind of made me look at the situation and open my eyes to it. It's Modern Renaissance Man. Because he's the only person out of all of us, bro, that really sat down with the man. Like they met each other's, you know what I'm saying? Like he met people that Modern Renaissance Man deal with. Like they own the same thing. They own the same stages. They having conversations in the back. Like, you know, each other numbers and shit. You know, that's a different thing than what we doing on here, right?
Well, yeah, he built a whole organization.
Not trying to totally interrupt you, but there is another guy here in the panel verse, I guess is what you would call it, by the name of Orthodox Guy, that has had a couple interactions with him and did meet him too. So, you know, if you run into him somewhere along the way, you might want to have a conversation with him. But that's the only other person I've heard of on YouTube that has had any interaction with the guy personally.
There's 3 people on YouTube. There's 3 people on YouTube that's had interaction with him. I just can't think of the other guy's name right now, but I've been on other panels with him before too. And I saw him one day on Charlie Kirk's panel on one of his.
Orthodox Guy is one of them. I'm not sure who the other 2 are.
Well, either way, gentlemen, we probably need to pray for his family. We need to start with that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure things are in place there because his family, you know what I'm saying, that they're hurting from this. And for 2, we probably need to give him, you know what I'm saying, at least a little while before. You know, I remember back in the day when we had decency in our society, right? Decency before we became all super, how do you say, shock jockey and provocative and controversial. People would actually wait a while, you know what I'm saying, before saying anything ill about somebody who had passed away. Nowadays, it's just like on site. As soon as that person passes, it's like these evil things come out of folks in a lot of ways. It's so it's beyond disrespectful. It's egregious. I remember when Kobe passed with his daughter, man. That day, people were breaking up his past. I mean, right there in the media, right? Like it was nothing.
Yeah.
You know, nobody had time to grieve before they started attacking it. You know what I'm saying? This whole thing, right? And I think in this case, if we set a better example, like even if you didn't like Charlie Kirk, he didn't say anything, you know, saying that wasn't unforgivable. You know, right? He just said a bunch of stuff that people didn't like or didn't agree with and found to be kind of nasty. So, you know, wishing that on somebody, I mean, anybody, to be honest with you, it's the bigger tragedy in that circumstance is the person wishing that on someone versus the person who even experiences it, in my opinion.
It is, but there are some things that he said that people do find unforgivable though. So I mean, those are why people are laughing at him because they glad what happened to him because they think the things he said are unforgivable. That's the very reason.
Is it anything worse than what we heard here on YouTube? Is it anything worse than what we heard on YouTube?
No, not at all.
But John making a point though. John's making a good point. Yeah.
I have a question about this.
Hold on. Ruck. Hold on real quick, man. We're gonna have to let each other go in, man. Let John go, let Lord ADS respond, and then Ruck go, and then we can go like that, bro. We don't need to be speaking over each other. Let everybody get it out.
Yeah, the problem though, ADS, is that the things he said is unforgivable to certain people, that's for the fact that he's a white man saying it to black people, they not gonna let it go. Some of them not gonna let it go. They want this demise to happen. They want this demise to happen to him.
I mean, those are those people. I can't control what other people feel or think, John. Only thing I control is what I feel. I don't feel that way. I mean, I might not agree with a lot of stuff that he said. And I might have felt a certain way about things he was saying, but at the end of the day, to me, he was just running his mouth at best. No reason to be, say I can't,
Not at all.
I always thought that's more of a reason for ass whooping versus an execution. Does that make sense?
But that could end in death. That ass whooping could end in death, and you're okay with that.
Mayo, if you take it to that extreme, yes, Mayo. Go ahead and say I'm okay with if an ass whooping leads to death, Mayo. I'm A-okay with it, just like everybody.
Let Ruck get in there because he did have something to say. He did have something to say, bro. Let Ruck get in. Let Ruck get it out. Go ahead, Ruck.
Well, my question is, did what he have to say get anyone hurt, or injured. If it did, that's one side of the scale. If it didn't, it's just words. But words can cause harm. Did anybody get hurt because of what he said? Did someone take what he said and weaponize it against a particular sect or other people? We don't really have those numbers. We don't really get to know for sure. It is my point. Yeah, words hurt. We don't know if other people were physically damaged by words he said or due to reaction to words he said.
Well, so to your point though, it's not even physical damage that they're concerned about. It's the emotional damage they're struggling with. People
Right.
are so emotional fragile that things that he said, they can't recover from it. Not that he said anything that was wrong. It's just that they can't stand it. So therefore,
and I agree with that. I agree with that. I don't believe I should be unaliving people because they said something that hurt my feelings.
Actually, now let's go through some of this. I don't want to do this, it's too soon, but I think it's almost worth it to go through some of the stuff he did say, right?
It's all online. It all falls within community guidelines.
Hold on, can I say something before y'all go into what he said and how he said it and what about it? What it would have been? The reason why black people are made it about them. I said this before. I don't know why y'all can't see this shit. The reason why black people are perturbed about what he said and get offended because it ain't the niggas, right? Let's be honest. It's not the niggas. It's the blacks, right? Am I right, OG? It's the blacks.
Okay.
Holy crap, Tom.
I don't think was somebody talking about the blacks. I didn't.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Spoon. Nobody was even talking that way, bro. If you want to say that, you can, brother. I'm gonna let you have it, but just gonna let us know what you're gonna say, bro. It ain't about niggas or blacks, bro. We wouldn't even talking. Go ahead and let us know what you were saying
about Charlie at this point versus anything else. We haven't went into anything that he's done action wise or anything that he said. We're just asking general questions about
into that part. I'll be quiet.
Now go ahead and give us your thoughts, bro.
I think it's not even just the blacks, right? But it's the people that are you can say the liberals or the lefties or whatever you want to call them. The reason why they're mad is because simple fact is they never give their opinions about anything, but they want to take what they see because it fits their narrative, their agenda, whatever it is, their mindset at the time that he said something that was so egregious that is gonna always come back to them. He did something harmful. He said something racist because that's the only thing that's been said right now is either he said something that harmed people or what he said was, let's just be honest, they said he's racist and all that. He said some white supremacist shit. It's a whole lot of things that they say he said, but when you ask them to show what he said, they take these clips that have been literally taken out of context and never show the full actual thought. The same thing they did with the whole fucking what do you call it? The Trump good people on both sides shit. They did the same thing where you clip the shit and then you send it out to the masses and the masses run with it and say, see, he's racist. See, he's a misogynist. See, he hates women. It's a classic propagandized bullshit. That's all it is, and that's why they hate him. They only really hate him, right? Because most of the people around here didn't listen to nothing he said, never watched what he said. They just going off what they feel at the time because it's in the motherfucking sphere of bullshit today.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, and I see especially one guy on here who's always talking about family and this and how it's important to have families, and he's talking shit about Charlie Kirk. That was Charlie Kirk's whole stick.
Mm-hmm.
Was families.
Yeah, absolutely was.
And how they're the base of a good society.
And the very people that turned around and did say that he was racist, like he helped those groups. He put out stuff for Latin people, and he put out stuff for also black people.
He ran the largest black conservative summit that's ever taken place.
That's correct. Latin one as well. And still.
Part of the problem with today's society is that like people in general. Like I got a couple friends. I'm getting tired of talking about this subject with them.
Just a couple.
Yeah, just a couple of situations. Because I'm not liberal like you.
Gotcha.
But nah, though, because like they literally watch like 2-minute clips without
That's
out
what
of
I said.
context. I know, I'm agreeing with you. And then they want to argue like they know. I'm like, I don't
Damn, where'd
care
the
to
woman
really.
go? Did y'all run the? This is an incelly type married men up in here ran the women off, brother. I'm leaving. You know why? Because y'all ran. You know what? When y'all
Go
start
ahead,
running
man. Digest.
you run the pussy off. I gotta go. Thank you for having me, OG.
No problem, sir.
He black.
What
Okay.
did he say? I didn't hear what he said. But
And
anyway,
Apparently, we ran the pussy off.
He mad because Miss Polly left.
Because that's what a man in his 40s or 50s in America, that should be the biggest thing on his fucking mind.
oh, okay, all right. But yeah, but people are like they argue. They spend their whole life arguing about something that they never even watched. So they heard a couple clips and they soon they know what he was saying. I think that's just but that's the society we live in now. It's like you hear a minute of something and you got it all figured out.
It's the Kyle Rittenhouse effect. You remember when Kyle Rittenhouse shot, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of black people thought that.
I
Rittenhouse...
just had that conversation today, Atticus. I just did earlier today.
Yeah. Well,
Made
that-
exactly that
and then
same point.
what happened to
but
the time where people used to actually listen to both sides of the argument before you
I'll
actually
tell
formed
you
an
what.
opinion?
I'll tell you what happened. All right, we became a society that gets things in small chunks and thinks we know everything. Right?
everything
We want everything quick.
Yeah.
We want everything in small chunks, and when we get it, we put it together. We think we are the smartest people out there.
Facts.
Yeah, that's that's the thing, right? Even if you look at it, I mean, shit. Before the Rittenhouse, it was God damn it, who was it? That dude on the. Never mind. Fuck it. I'm leaving alone. It doesn't matter. It's the same narrative every time. It doesn't change, and it's never going to change until I don't know. I don't even know what the solution is. What is the solution to people wanting fast information and taking what they got and running with it instead of taking the same amount of time and actually listening, looking at a full clip, because no one even knows what the full clip is because they never seen it. I've proven to Facebook that I've been putting a whole bunch of clips that he had on there right now and saying they're racist. I've been just going up there saying they're racist, they're this, they're that, everything for the other side, for the same people that said, look at this racist, look at this. I put them all out there. Do you think one person commented on any one of those videos besides the people who knew what it was?
Of course not.
Oh hell no.
Of course not. They would. You know why? Because it doesn't fit their narrative. And when they watch the video, it debunks most of their fucking bullshit because it's the whole clip in context, not just a 30-second. Oh, he said that. Look at him. He should have died about it. It's fucking annoying, bro.
One of the other things I see that I think dovetails in with that is a lot of people want to make other people think they have the scoop. I have more info than you. So they spit out premature stuff that is not accurate. So
I agree,
think that
Rug.
dovetails in with what you're saying.
I agree, Rug. This is why I say I worry about people online who do all the ambulance chasing. I waited this entire weekend through to get as much information as possible, rather than, well, this is what happened now, and this is what happened the next day, and this is what happened the next day. And no.
But I do want to say something though. we got to be careful though, because at some point, I won't say all of us, but at some point the majority of us do it.
I don't do it every day. That's why I ain't even saying that. I was gonna call it bullshit out.
I almost watch
motherfuckers do it every day.
I was about to say that, OG. I want to say all of us do it, but I'll leave room that it might just be a few that don't do it. But it's the majority of people. I'm not saying the dangerous part of it is when you don't recognize that you're doing it too. That's when it's most dangerous.
Do you know why you don't recognize that you're doing it? Is because if you think you're doing it, you can always go someplace else that will confirm that you're right. So if I think if I'm looking at something and I know I'm wrong about it, like what Tom said. Tom said he put something up there and nobody responded to it. The reason nobody responded to it is because I could just click right away from what Tom has, go to some place that validates exactly what I want. There's always a place that has exactly how I feel out there, whether I'm right or wrong. And it forces people not to change, not to think about whether they're, you know what I'm saying? It forces them not to confront themselves because all they have to do is go someplace else to find exactly what they want.
You know what's crazy?
They can always get affirmation by a single click. Just go to the right page, and everybody's going to tell you you're right.
So the thing about that, B-baller, right? The thing about that is that here's my thing. If you're scrolling through shorts and feeds and TikTok, if it grabs my attention, I'm always looking for the full thing. If it doesn't make me want to sit there and it doesn't grab my attention, I'm not worried about it. I'm not looking for it. I don't get emotionally charged and want to type in the comments. That's not me. If it really catches my attention, I look for the the whole thing. I never just run with the shorts.
So you have self-control, but the majority of people out here, think about how many kids, college kids, younger kids, kids who just want to fit in, all these kids, you think about them, they don't have that kind of awareness and self-control. Like I've said before, many people get into arguments and they never walk into an argument expecting for someone to change their mind. They always go into these discussions sure of who they are and determined to change someone else's mind. And when they can't, they walk away satisfied that they couldn't change their mind. Like, I don't know why we do that. Why can't we just walk into something and say, I might be wrong about this?
We literally just talked about that, right? Yeah, the other day we used up there when we just listened to them dudes, right? Same thing, and it applies exactly what this is. How many of y'all believe that people are scumbags who said something about Charlie?
You said scumbags?
Yeah, scumbags.
Say your last part.
How many people on the panel right now think the people that said something about him, however way you took it, is scumbags?
It depends on what they said.
Yeah, I was thinking about it right now.
I'm trying to think about it because I think
just think about what the first question you asked, Mayo. You believe those people are scumbags?
Yes, I do, but
that's
everybody who said something about Charlie Kirk isn't a scumbag.
Yeah, but we're talking to those people that you're explaining to, right? The ones that you're saying that believes that something is that don't believe nothing is wrong with that. You believe they are scumbags, right?
But you said everyone.
Oh.
And I put everyone who said anything about Charlie Kirk in that box.
So again, when I asked y'all up here, the people, anyone that y'all think that's a scumbag for what they said about Charlie, how many of y'all up here do that? Obviously, you want to. There's nothing wrong with that, sir. Because that's what you believe. That's why I was asked. That's why I was telling y'all when we first started this. It got to be a moral thing, bro. Got to be.
Yeah, for sure.
I believe.
Definitely OG.
Well, it's also
you know what I'm saying? So when I asked that question, I'm not trying to be facetious. I'm really just asking the question. I really want to know how many of y'all up here.
I believe these scumbags. I believe these.
All right, cool. So we got 2. How many more?
100% scumbags.
What was the question?
3. God damn it.
Anyone who said anything about Charlie Kirk, do you see them as a scumbag?
No.
Who said anything bad about Charlie Kirk? Let's try that.
I'm gonna say no.
We use the word.
I mean, if it's talking about how they were like rooting for his demise, then yeah, they're a scumbag. But if they're just disagreeing with their point, then it's a disagreement. But if they're like rooting for his demise and his passing, then yeah, I believe that's a scumbag move.
Well, that's where I was at. That's where I was at. Right?
That wasn't where I was at. I thought the question was if anybody who's talking about him in this moment, now that he's passed.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. If you talk bad about him because of some of the things he said, I don't care that you talk bad about him. It just means you disagree. But if you talk bad about him in the moments after this happened, and you are gleeful of it happened, and you have no reason for it, yeah, then you're a scumbag.
Okay, so y'all gonna change my statement based on what B-Baller just said. Cause I agree with B-Baller. In the moment that he died, yeah, most definitely. Cause I understand. I was looking at it the wrong way until B-Baller explained the way he explained it.
But I don't know if that's the way OG was explaining. Is that what you meant, OG?
Yeah, bro. I'm just trying to get y'all to answer the question because it's a moral thing, right? And I'm just trying to make sure we're gonna make sure y'all morals is on point. You know what I'm talking about? For everything that we do from now on.
So
I want to make sure.
So my thing was like, I watched plenty of shorts and everything that people were talking about Charlie. Not everybody said everything negative about him, and some people just had disagreements. You're allowed to have disagreements. Now, the people that were being egregious, I was like, some of them are absolute scumbags. Were all of them? No, because not everything that I heard was everybody. Not every statement about Charlie was all celebrating his death.
Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this: in my comings and goings of these Facebook, YouTube, most people are scumbags because they, so most people. There's a lot of people posting just to get a rise out of people, so that's some scumbag shit as well.
Yes.
And they actually say that they also say they're posting this to get a rise out of people. So that's a problem, right? But whether you celebrate his death or don't celebrate his death, there's some people like Reza said, some people that just have disagreements with him. Like, hey, you can't change it. It is what it is, right? You can't change some people's mind about anything, and I'm not here to change your fucking mind, right? And I just be like, hey, they got disagreements, but when people are just out here trying to just be scumbags. Yeah, most people out here just trying to be scumbags. I'm not in my comings and goings. Most people have been trying to be scumbags, and that's about it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit back and forth with that. Not everybody I run across is trying to be a scumbag.
Yeah, that's why I said my comings and goings.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like for me,
before we get too far off subject, though, OG was saying for the people that talked about him immediately after his death. Not just in the regular YouTube. So it's like
that was the intention of people having a problem with the dude, bro. We're going to again. We take it to again. I have no problem with Spoon saying that and you saying it, bro. Because like I say, Spoon showed us the other day, bro. Literally, he showed us clips of the same thing. I even had him go back and again, just little bitty words. That same thing that you said, John. People want to take that shit and run with it, but to him. Like I was explaining to him, you might not see nothing wrong with it. I might not even see nothing wrong with
what a liberal,
right? But you say what? I was about to say I don't even know what this nigga talking about.
Not you, OG.
I know. But, so when he said, I was like, bro, I ain't really see nothing wrong with what he said in that instance. But I bet, like I told him then, I bet you there's some people, bro, that's going to disagree with that shit, just straight up.
Absolutely.
But we put that on them though, because we again, that's why I told you I didn't believe in that shit right then and there because it sounded crazy to me. That makes me contradict myself, bro. I don't like contradicting myself, bro. I'm full one way down the whole guy. Don't matter if you black, white, no matter which you is, my nigga. I don't care too much about the left or the right. So you get the same goddamn thing from OG. So I don't even trip on that shit. But everybody don't have that same sentiment. Everybody, like I explained earlier when I went around the panel asking, because as a matter of fact, I believe that they're scumbags. You see how easy that was? It's not even that hard to try to be like, oh, no, it's not. Because if I say, no, I don't see them as scumbags, I will be contradicting myself by the rhetoric I've been speaking today. Because I am the only person probably up here, besides I think somebody else said it, that they ELE, right? But everybody else, again, ain't like that. They for whatever they believe in.
For the record, I agree with OG on the fact that I think I'd rather have a person straight up say to my face that they don't like me or don't like my opinions than behind my back and be a snake about it. Because now you're seeing a whole bunch of people that maybe didn't say shit before and they didn't like Charlie Kirk and now they're saying shit now, but they're getting fired from their jobs. So I find that shit hilarious.
Yeah, I think something wrong with that shit, bro. Like literally, y'all taking shit, bro, and y'all basically controlling everything. Them up, y'all controlling speech now. Shit is crazy shit.
See, so okay, so I love the fact that you said you're standing on it. I love the fact that you said that, OG, that you how you stayed the same, because I've been staying the same too. I'm like, I don't really know about that.
I know.
I said the same thing. I can't really agree too much about the whole doxing and get people locked their job too. But I do understand some people are absolute hypocrites because they will be in public. Like I've been standing on both sides as well. The same way how OG just asked a question about Charlie Kirk, I've been standing on both sides as well.
Well, can I say something and hope?
And it's the irony of it since they started cancel culture.
So
that's the point I wanted to make. That's the point I wanted to make. Part of this is cancel culture. You have a lot of companies firing people because they don't want their reputation being related to what their employee said.
Well, I mean, not for nothing, Ruck. If I'm a business owner and I have employees who are saying things that are detrimental to my company, would I want that employee gone? Yes.
It's called damage control, and it's called collateral
Because it
damage.
hurts my brand. It hurts my business.
I'm not saying I don't understand it. I'm just recognizing it and making sure everybody is aware. A lot of this is exactly that, damage control for cancel culture.
Can I? Okay, so there's two misconceptions. Misconception one is that it's freedom of speech, that you can say what you want. Sure, you can say what you want, but when you're working for a private company, that freedom of speech is null and void. Now, when you're working with the government, that's when the freedom of, they can't curb your speech per se, even though they have been, which is, I think, is absolutely wrong. But hey,
military folk left and right, man.
Yeah. But that's the point. See, they shouldn't. So, well, in the military contract, it's just kind of different because they tell you you're not allowed to fucking speak out against anything. So for those people who did so were stupid enough to get fired for being stupid, because they tell you not to motherfucking show your political leanings, especially while you're in fucking
and religious too.
Yeah, and on the fucking internet. So that's your stupidity. Because when I was in the military, I couldn't even be as political as I am today.
Yep.
You think I can be as political as I can today? You're
when
crazy.
I was in, we didn't have cell phones and shit. So, you almost had to like screw up to screw up. Nowadays, it's easy to screw up.
Well, the thing is not even screw up. Those are they wanted to screw up. I think they wanted to be fired or something because they know that's the first way to get fired. They know
that was my first
y'all
thought
remember,
too. Somebody
y'all remember
wants
the service?
out. Here's the easiest way out with an honorable general.
Y'all remember the in the service is a don't ask, don't tell policy, and that shit can get you in trouble too.
Not no more.
Yeah,
That should go.
that didn't even
Not no
come
more,
out
but I'm saying back then.
Yeah. No, I got quoted in the New York Times when I was at Fort Bragg for what I said about that policy. And I went up and got called on the division commander's carpet as a fucking E5.
Yeah, it's really easy. So, but again, you can say what you want. Now, these public entities or companies can do whatever they want to. They know. See, the jobs now, they ask you for your fucking social media. They've been doing that for at least 10 years. So to think that you're not going to be your personal life is not going to be shown to the company, you're insane. They already got your shit because they asked you that when you fucking get hired. That's why I never say I got anybody. I ain't got none of that shit. Huh? I ain't got none of that shit. Don't ask me a motherfucking question like that. You stupid. You stupid to answer that. Give your your personal motherfucking Facebook and goddamn Instagram. You are retarded. But people want to get fired, I think. I think they do because they knew how high the temperature is for this event. You will be a fucking moron to go on there and do what you're doing and expect your companies not to retaliate on what you're saying.
But Tom, this is the first time it's happened en masse to the left.
Yes, I know, but I'm just saying because let's be honest.
So I don't think they knew this was going to happen because they've been able to get away with this shit before.
Yeah, this event right here, and I'm not gonna lie, is probably one of the biggest events in the last 10 years. One of the biggest. So there's extra scrutiny on this. That's why it's being talked about. I bet you they won't even stop talking about this shit for the next 2 weeks. I'm telling you, this is a major event. Even though people say they don't care, it's a major event. When you got NFL, NBA, LeBron said some shit. When you think about all these different entities, public entities that have stopped, NASCAR, all these motherfucking small things, they were even told to fly their fucking the state fucking flags at half mast and the USA flag at half mast. This ain't no regular shit. They don't do that for regular people. This is a major event. I know you hate to hear it, OG, but it's true.
He said, I hate to hear it. I'm glad you pushing that narrative. Thank you. Yeah, I hate white folks. Thank you, sir.
I didn't say
I
you hate
appreciate you, bro.
Don't put that
we gotta stop
is that the narrative?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Mama's right. Mama said it went worldwide. Like Korea is mourning him.
They're
and
saying
shit.
that we are Charlie Kirk. We are Charlie Kirk in South Korea.
Because it was a political assassination in a small country in Europe that started the ball rolling for World War II.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm OG. I was just fucking with you, but is it?
I wish you wouldn't do that, bro.
That's how World War I started as well. A political assassination.
Yeah. These are not common, especially in America, in the West.
But see, like, I hate that everyone keeps referring to it as a political assassination. Charlie was not at all any kind of a politician. He was a person.
But he was a political entity.
He was very political, though. Very political.
But I'm saying he never, like, in joking with his wife, he would talk about political aspirations, but never once did he ever mention anything about throwing his hat into the ring to become a political threat. All he was a voice for people.
Yeah, I mean,
politics.
But his beliefs,
which makes him political.
So then we're all political figures too, because he started out doing the exact same thing that we're doing right now.
And that's exactly what makes political assassination so dangerous. Because you could be next.
If you get up on a soapbox in the town square, then yes, you are now a political figure, whether we like to admit it or not.
Well, these are the town squares of today's societies. These guys.
I was just gonna say that.
So, and like I was Atticus, I was saying on my Facebook page, motherfuckers, I said, you motherfuckers don't say anything all goddamn year for the last 4 years. I have literally went live damn near every fucking day with something political, right? And none of you sorry sacks of sons of bitches ever brought your pussy asses up here. But now y'all want to be political. Get the fuck out of here. So I call them all non-playable characters. That's what they are. Motherfuckers are sitting up there. They're the extras in life. That's what most people are. They're just the extras. People up here that want to have their opinion, give their opinion, whatever it is on these apps. Motherfucker, they are a character. They're not the non-PC motherfuckers. Most non-PC motherfuckers literally do nothing. They say I don't get involved in anything. I don't do anything. I don't stand for anything. I just live to live, and that's most people.
Can a mod drop the link for Tom is always right, or can somebody do it, please?
What's that?
I want to follow this gentleman. I'm asking if one of the mods can drop your link in chat, so I know where to find you real quick and follow you.
Oh, you don't want to go there, my friend. You don't want to be there.
So you asked for it.
You get what you asked for. Don't.
No. Yeah, we are all a part of that.
You're already there.
I came on there about 2 weeks ago. They corrected me in 2 weeks, bro. That's all I can tell you.
Shut the fuck up. You're a lying asshole, boy. I swear to God. What?
See how they corrupted me? Got me lying already. That's
This is the last time I try to be nice to any of y'all.
Well, shit.
So I think what made Charlie Kirk a little bit more of a political person is because he had personal conversations with the president. If you ever even touch that man, that's like third rail.
Wow. Okay. To liberals, absolutely. To liberals, okay.
If you ever had a conversation with him, you are political at this point in time.
Is that true, Russell? Is that true, Russell?
Dude, they went after Ice Cube for talking to.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah. Ice Cube.
But Ice Cube has always been political, though.
Yeah, but the left went after him just for talking to the man and having a dialogue with him.
They went after what's his name? Steve Harvey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Rock, I put the link to Tom's channel on the back. So
Steve Harvey ain't political. He's not political at all.
Steve Harvey's
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Two-faced mofo. I mean, there's so many more. I would say he's one of the biggest conservatives out there, but there's so many more. The only reason why I think his movement, Charlie's movement, was bigger than majority of the rest of them is because he went to the college campuses.
Mm-hmm.
That's
he had a very young base.
Yeah, his base is actually in the colleges. The rest of them are trying to sway the masses, the actual adults that are out there, blood, sweat, and tears out here doing shit, getting fat and fucking bloated. Those are the other motherfuckers. If you look at the Matt Walshes, the fucking what the hell's that motherfucker? Glenn Beck's, all the motherfucker underneath him, even goddamn what is her name? That black chick, Candace Owens. Even Candace Owens, they're all literally talking to the adult masses. They're not in the colleges no more. Candace stopped doing that. I think her 4th year into what is it? Fucking USA. God damn it. What the fuck is that stupid thing that he got his whole movement was?
The coming back to America tour or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, after that she left Turning Point. So she was a part of Turning Point as well, just as sorry ass fucking Brandon Tatum puss ass. But that's just
but none of these people are talking to adults. They're still talking to kids. They're just doing it on the internet.
But
there's a lot of kids out here.
They only went to a couple of them. That's why I'm saying that he literally talked to his stick was to talk to kids where they're at, which is the colleges. Everyone else has moved on from that to go do bigger and better things, which is talk to actual adults that are doing shit in their life. Like once Candace had kids, she no longer was going back to colleges.
Right. So, but my contest is this: I think they're still talking to kids. I just think their platform has changed. They're just doing it on the internet. They know that nobody's really talking to adults because, as we all agree, most adults are those people who don't give a shit.
Oh yeah,
they're going to work. They don't care. They're doing their thing. They got wives. They got husbands. They got this, that, and the other. So what they do is they're talking to kids. They're just not doing it on the college platform. They're doing it here on the internet, and that's why TikTok is as disgusting as it is. That's where you're gonna see these people here with the multiple color hair. No, I'm saying that's where you're gonna see them where they just, they got the camera in front of them, the multicolor hair, and they catch that Charlie Kirk was assassinated, and then they cover their mouth, pretending like they're shocked, and then they're laughing and they're telling friends about it. I mean, it's putrid over there because they don't really have a reason for it. They just they do have a reason, and it's because they think that he is a threat to them. But like again, when you're young like that, you're not getting all the information. You're just getting little chunks. You're getting it quick, and then you're just responding in any way you can. Candace Owen is talking to those people too. She's trying to get to the hearts and minds of those people. Brandon Tatum, he's trying to get to them too. They're trying to get to young people because they know that young people are the people that are going to be voting from here to the till forever.
Mm-hmm.
Even Glenn Beck.
We also have to remember peer pressure is so much more intense now than it was when we were young.
Because there's internet, yeah.
Peer pressure now is everything to these kids.
Yeah. I mean,
a lot of shit's different for them. Weed's legal now. It was never legal for any of us. And like they got vapes that they can just like hide and shit. Like they get them addicted to one way or another to something.
Okay, I hear that. That's a good point.
It's all instant gratification. Then you don't have to justify anything as long as you get the good feelings.
True.
Okay, I look at it. I'm talking about.
And you know what? Here's something. I hate to bring this up, but here's something that keeps pinging back on me. I'm an old dude, but I think a lot of these kids behind the keyboard have never been punched in the mouth for what they said out loud. So I think that's a lot of it too. You've never had to pay a price for talking out of line or spitting out your opinion. I think a lot of these keyboard people, they've never had to face any music, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, that's not
some of these adults too.
That's not even brain science. I mean, we know that's true because look, in the past 20 years, you can't say anything mean to anybody without being canceled or suspended from school. You can't even push anybody now in school without getting suspended.
Yeah,
God, you can't even talk shit online.
Y'all agree with it. It's the whole point of it. Like that you said that too. Appreciate you saying that, bro. I was saying that earlier, though. I'm the, you know what I'm saying? I'm the bully. You know what I'm talking about?
Christ, fucking Giants lost by fucking 3.
You didn't know that, man? That was terrible.
Yeah, this dude,
You know what I'm saying?
this dude shot him because he had no conflict for resolution.
Nah, he shot him because he was trying to stick up for his dick butt. What does he call him? What do they call him, motherfucker? Chick with dick.
Do we know for sure that was his girlfriend or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I don't know. I haven't been watching the story.
He likes his chicks with dicks, man. It's okay.
Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous.
Ain't no motherfucking jealous right here.
Oh, damn.
Shit me. Hey, I've been saying this for a long time. It's not the gays, it's them T's, nigga.
T's, yeah. But listen, the gays are saying it now too at this point.
They've been saying it for the last, I would say 2 years or so.
2-3 years,
Yeah, they have.
Yeah. It's been strong when it's saying it.
They've been slowly moving away. Now they're defining that line. They're just like, no, you guys stay the fuck over there.
They got hijacked. Their ideology took over everything.
Yeah.
God, don't fucking mind. I can't believe this shit. I almost bet on their ass too. Whew. That's why I don't bet on football games.
That's a lie.
I don't. I don't bet on the Giants. I say it this way. I bet on the Giants. Hey, they in the Eddie look good though. B-Baller. They didn't look too bad. Their defense sucked, but they don't look too bad.
Yeah.
God, that's crazy. Lost the fucking.
But it's weird.
Cowboys.
It's weird that the entire party catered to, what did they say? At first they were saying 1%, and then they were saying it was 2% of the population. Like, why did an entire Democratic Party take a knee to the T's?
Oh, it wasn't.
I don't know. I don't know either.
Like, that's a line in the sand for them.
Fucking question.
They're the smallest demographic. It won't change anything. They're not going to influence anything.
I know we can't say that. We can't say that because they've already got too much as is.
Yeah, look at the companies that they bankrupt now because conservatives boycotted them. You can't say they really didn't affect anything. Like Bud Light might never recover.
No, I mean to curtail to the T side, like you guys just said, basically bow down to them. They're the smallest demographic. They're not the ones that are inciting change.
Sweetheart, I don't know about that because we already had army commanders and everything. Like I don't know about that.
You just accidentally stepped over the point that I was going to make.
Don't do that to the army, nigga. Don't do
that. I think, but here's the problem, right? Is that the T encompassed a bunch of things. I know later on they added the letters, but if you were non-binary, you called yourself trans as well. Like you could be a bunch of things and fall under the T, which made that T group bigger than you guys think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And ADS isn't even here for me to validate his point from earlier, but as he mentioned, the mental illness aspect of it, like I honestly believe
they
if
got
you
a
go
mental
into history, there was another party that they love to use the word that also saw that ideology popped up and they burn all their books and whatever. And that's why they call everybody Nazis now, because they were trying to block the same thing happening. And basically they're socialist version of the useful idiot. Like they're mentally unwell. So as long as you validate them the entire time, feed them their medication, put a rifle in their hand and send them on their fucking way, they're good to go.
See, like my question is, because How many? I would really want to know how many of the T's are true T's and not posers saying they're T's. Because the T's I know in real life, because I do personally know some real life T's. They're Blair White T's.
Yeah.
Like they're that. They're not these wacko crazies. They're not these wacko crazies that are,
These niggas took the conversation
demanding to be called certain things. They're not
this
those.
Conversation went real quick.
All right, bring it back.
I mean, it's part of the Charlie Kirk conversation at this point. Where now the last 8 school shootings / like whatever you'd like to call it, mass tragedies, have been the T's.
Yeah.
But why are we talking about T's in this conversation though?
Because that's who killed Charlie Kirk.
Because it's relative, John the Baptist.
No, not a T didn't shoot. It wasn't a T that shot him though.
It was. He identified as T too.
That's all it takes. Remember, John. That's all it takes.
Y'all just hold on. Y'all just as crazy as they are though.
Y'all niggas literally just did. Y'all know we were just talking about this earlier, fool. Y'all niggas just did the same thing.
Resla told me. Yeah.
That shit crazy. Like, y'all really just did that shit in real fucking time, bro. I can't believe y'all just. And I had high hopes that we didn't do that over here. I didn't lie on us, bro. God damn.
Let's get it back.
Hell no. Fuck it. There's no reason to do it now. Fuck it. We're gonna go ahead and rock it on now.
We will do a conservative. We will make a concerted effort to bring it back.
I don't even know how to bring that. Y'all gonna have to figure something out. We're gonna have to use our brains on this one.
I guess I don't. There's like a disconnect for me because I don't understand where we went off. Like we're talking about Charlie Kirk and his killing, are we not?
Right, but now we're talking about
the T. Without the T, Charlie Kirk would still be alive.
Yeah.
It's still context.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Without the T, Charlie Kirk would still be alive. Without the T, the last 8 school shootings, 7 school shootings. I'll be nice. Let's go 6 school shootings wouldn't have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know what? It's hard to bring it back to Charlie Kirk once you start moving to the T's.
It is. That's the point. It's like
That's the problem.
It's going too far. It's going too far that way. We don't need to give them that much time.
But I do agree with you.
Someday we're gonna have to have that conversation. You realize?
You know what?
Right?
You're right.
That's another white rabbit for another time.
That is so true, though. But I mean, right now, I don't think people are ready for that. But that's if we start moving to the T's, we're just never going to talk about what the topic was. We're going to talk about a portion of it. We're going to move it, unless.
I don't fuck y'all up with this one. How much clout do you get for doing that? In both ways, the person that's with the team that went out and like him and his girl, and then he assassinated them, and they're part of the T's. How much clout he's gonna get for that? How much clout y'all gonna get for talking about him and these T's? Put it in perspective.
I mean, he's a martyr for them just as much as Charlie is for us.
And what about the other way around? What would you benefit from?
From what?
Because so the question was posed that what clout would they get from it? You know what I'm saying? The T's. And what do you get from it for talking about it? Because you said it's going to be important to talk about it, then we're going to use it later on. So I'm just trying to how we correlate all this together into this one instance, as if, you know what I mean? And I get what you're saying, because you put other, you know what I'm saying, stuff to go along with it, which is the shootings and stuff at the school, which nobody agrees with. Nobody agrees with this, but nobody agrees with that, you know what I'm saying, either. So, but we put that all together. So I just want to know how much, what is the cloud effect of that, sir? Because it's the most important thing, obviously, is what we're saying. So I'm just trying to figure out, if you can give me one side, you definitely can give me the other.
I guess I don't understand the clout aspect of it. I got like fucking 200 followers on YouTube. I'm not here for the clout.
Well, social credit, right? Because the left says,
then it's me trying to help someone spare their immortal soul and not lie to them to their face.
Yeah. But OG, are you talking about what the sides are getting off of it, or us individually?
Well, we are the ones that's talking about it and just brought it up. So I'm asking,
what are you getting out of it?
what are you getting out of it? But I really want you to answer the first part of it is what, because it's so important to understand that the T's is the ones that's doing it. What are they getting out of it? Right? Give me that part first, because that's the part that we really want to talk about. And since we don't want to move on from that, we can stick on that, and then we can have this conversation. And then once you're done with that, just let me know what you get out of it, because you got so much to say about it.
What the T's get, OG, this is what the T's going. That's what they think they're gonna get out of it. They're gonna get recognition that somebody stand up for them and gonna recognize that our condition is not a mental illness, but this is who we are, and somebody's fighting for us. That's what they think they're gonna get out of it. What we personally get out of it is distraction, more distraction from the real realities of life. We let this conversation distract us from something that we should be talking about. We should ignore these these people.
Ooh, that's great. Go ahead, Mayo.
Wow, John the Baptist.
Yeah, but like saying the T's, right? That's literally a group of people, right? Comparing it to us is not a good comparison individually. Now, if you want to talk about the sides, because that's where the clout's going to go, is to this political sides.
I just want you to answer the question.
I don't get any clout out of it, personally.
Yeah.
Great answer. What was the other part? What did the T's get out of it? John just gave a good. I mean, the way that he said it, I'm pretty sure you could say it a different way too. What did they get out of it?
They got revenge.
Okay.
They have political force. They have political force now. Now they have a reason to make people afraid.
Okay. I'll just ask some questions. Anybody else?
Like I said, martyrdom. Who was your favorite wrestler growing up? Because that kid just became somebody's favorite trans person. Just like the weirdos that write about Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold. Columbine was how many years ago? Like 25, 30 years ago? And there's still kids that idolize them.
Half the school shooters mention those two guys
in
their manifestos. Probably more than half.
He's immortalized in their weird, twisted little heads forever.
Because they're kids.
He paid the ultimate price for the cause.
I guarantee there's a GoFundMe platform out there for him somewhere for his defense. And it will get big money.
If you think about this, though, the percentage of them in society is so small and minuscule, right? That if we literally ignored them, it would just go away.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah,
no, because they punch above their weight because they have the media behind them.
Yeah, that's you just making my point. If we ignore them, media, society, schools, government. If the reason why so many people get so much noise because they make so much noise because people listen to it.
Yeah, but they make it so we can't ignore them.
Yeah,
I know.
In other countries, you can get
they use the courts. They use the courts to do that.
Did I not just say? Did we stop listening to them?
But we can't.
So what you mean is that if we stop giving representation to people, is that what you're saying?
Those are, I would say that. I would
giving representation to people.
Yes. To those people, yes. To those people, yes.
Okay, but what happens when policies?
So if we reinstitute censorship and we take away the right to free speech, okay?
Yeah. Let's take representation for other groups away. Let's take it away from veterans.
Because if you do it for one, you start hitting everybody else. You know it's a domino effect.
You see what y'all doing right now. Y'all legitimize. Hold on. Just give me a second.
No.
Hold on for a second. Y'all legitimize the sickness right now. We don't legitimize.
No, we're not, sir.
No.
That's a national argument right now.
That's
Trump
crazy.
Proposed taking trans guns away.
Hold on. Listen. So you think about this. When somebody gets cancer, we try our best to cure it, right? When somebody get any other deadly disease, we try to cure it. But this mental illness, we don't want to kill it.
So
Should we do
let
that with all our
right there.
minority problems in the country, John?
Let me correct you, John, because at this day and age that we go through, people don't.
I don't mean hold on, let me say this. I don't mean that literally. I'm saying figuratively. We fan the flames of this fire. We actually make this bigger by talking about it.
John, when was the last time you heard of a cure?
I don't think there is a cure for this.
No. When was the last time let's just look at any of our most common illnesses that we have. When was the last time that you heard of a cure? Not a treatment, a cure. Because what I see are treatments. Not cures. So when was the last time you ever heard of a cure?
I would give you the argument. Maybe I shouldn't use the word cure, but that's the point I'm making is that normally when we see something that's ill, we try to correct that illness.
No, but they try to manage it.
That's not true, John.
They try
at
to
all.
manage it, not cure it, not eradicate it. They try to manage it.
So I guess by your logic right now, that's what we're doing now. We're just managing this situation. That's what you're telling me.
That's exactly what the world has been doing. That's exactly what our society's been doing.
And I don't disagree. That's what we've been managing. I think we should ignore it.
But the issue being that you said it's such a small percentage. While we're ignoring it, it's getting into our households, whether we like it or not, and that percentage is growing.
Yeah, John. Do you just let a small cancer go?
Yeah, and what other situation would you just ignore something? Like if you perceive it as a problem.
I love that you said that, B-Baller, because this is the problem that's been happening throughout all our history. Even when people see the beginning embers of something happening, you know what they generally do? They generally say, that's their problem. I'm not worried about it. They only complain once shit is on their doorstep. That's the biggest thing about human history.
I will retract my statement because I can see where my statement is wrong. I can see where because if you do ignore it,
and by the time you want to complain that's at your doorstep, it's too late.
Correct. I would agree. I would correct my statement. But then, okay, so then I would correct my statement. I would retract my statement. If we don't ignore it, then what do we do with it? Because we can't keep entertaining it. But I think what we're doing now is entertaining it.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't think there's anything you can do? Because even though you find it to be a problem, the people who hold it near and dear to their hearts do not find it as a problem. They find it as an asset. And what they're going to do is they're going to keep proclaiming it until it grows.
So
and then they find somebody to exploit it.
And into what they want it to be.
Exactly.
And that's
so you can ignore it
right now.
Right. So you can ignore it. Like I think I had a conversation similar to this with Russell when I was talking about the generations, and Russell made a statement, something to the fact that, oh yeah, we don't care if you Gen Xers or do nothing because we're going to capitalize on it. That's what's going to happen. If you ignore it, it doesn't matter that you ignore it. They're going to capalize on it.
No,
it's going to grow.
I get where I said I can't. I get where I can't say ignore. I do understand that. So I'm not even going to say that word anymore. But I do understand too. Is like the thing that we're not ignoring it, but we're entertaining it. We're making it. If we keep entertaining it, what it's going to do is more people are going to be affected by the craziness of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're placating it.
There you go.
And unfortunately, we've done that for everything to this point.
Yeah, we're literally just hoping it'll go away.
And it won't.
No, it won't.
It can't. You have to accept it. It won't.
No. I mean, show me another psychological illness that involves delusion where affirming that delusion is treatment.
Well, that's what I was trying to say.
YouTube.
That's what I was trying to say.
Facts.
Even though I said it wrong.
What the fuck we doing here? YouTube, nigga.
Yeah. That is a fact. TikTok.
That's exactly places where you go and get that shit from.
Mm-hmm.
We watch people with numbers and do it to other people. Influence the shit out of them. Now they believe everything that they say.
People who would otherwise before these platforms would have never had a voice.
And they can post on YouTube Kids. You try it and see what happens.
Ooh, don't do that, man. Don't even talk to me about that.
Yeah, you've seen
Roblox, man. The government should shut that down.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally pedo heaven.
It's that one island put online.
That's what happens when you ignore things.
But that's the thing.
That's
We're not at a point where we
the government hand. Nigga, don't do that. Do it yourself.
we don't at a point where we're not at a point where we seek to destroy or we like to cultivate because we think that we can control everything. And normally things are out of your control.
Yeah.
Every little project is literally just a small sign of Frankenstein's monster.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the sign that they let it go, Resla, without even attempting to prevent the monster from being born?
Well, the thing about toys, right, is that the toy might be really nice for you to play with in the beginning, but after you get bored, you leave it alone. That doesn't mean that toy is not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So they love to play with this type of stuff, right? This is what their agenda is. That's what I was saying, bro. Like, you know, when y'all say stuff like this, bro, you know, I am the dumbest person in the room, but you know, everybody does that, right?
I agree.
Okay.
Then that's why I said we have a history of it. And you can look at it on so many different levels, from sociology to technology, medicine. Everything. We've done this. We've always done this. This is not new. We're just always seeing it. Right in front of us. Just develop.
No, I was about to say, I want to get a Spoon. I think Rook, you still had to go. I think we already heard John the Baptist, Mayo, me, Resla. Both of mine be nothing. If you want to ask me the clap that the motherfuckers gonna get, they ain't gonna get shit from this. They only going to get what y'all perceive it in which y'all get it. And for me personally, I really don't give two fucks because I don't really want to do it. So, you know, it is what it is for me. So I don't get no clout from it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, make me no difference. I don't even know what they was. I'm only hearing what you guys are telling me about what the dude said and what I have seen from the Spoon showed me. So I don't know nothing. That's why when somebody brought it up earlier, it might be the right thing to do is might go through all the motherfucking clips that he got and see what he said, because I don't even know what he said. That's why every time somebody says something that somebody else has done in this story, even if it's Robinson, I haven't heard nothing on Robinson. I haven't heard him came out write a statement, have him come out on camera and say anything. I haven't heard the other person that y'all so-called called the T. I haven't heard them come out and say nothing, but we got all this information. So, you know, I really can't go by nothing nobody say until I see it myself, because even my eyes and my ears will probably hear something differently than what most people hear, because I don't think everybody is ELE. So you ain't gonna hear both sides. You're only gonna hear one of what you want to hear. That's the way I see it.
Can I mention something that's gonna be very also important that a lot of people don't take into effect? Most of this bullshit can also just be misdirection.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Have you looking at all this other shit while something else bigger is already being covered up?
I was saying this earlier on in
go to
chat.
Occam's razor on this stuff.
I was saying this earlier in chat. Yeah, it could be a lot of misdirection. I mean, he broke the rifle down, and it wasn't a breakdown rifle. He would have had to have had a few rifling tools with him to break it down on the roof, get it down off the roof in the backpack, and then he put it back together, wrapped it in a towel, and tossed it in the woods with his palm print on it. Yeah, this shit doesn't make sense, guys.
Well, how many screws to break down the K98, sir?
Well, you got to take off.
How many screws to take down a sporterized K98?
I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I do, sir. I got one in my closet. Okay, it's two.
My question is, why would he put it back together and chuck it out in the woods?
Did you see a picture of it in the woods? Or did you see a picture of it on an FBI table?
No, we all have the same information. We've all been looking at the same videos. I don't
so what is one of the first things the FBI...
I don't understand the attack. My point is, I'm not buying the story.
What is one of the first things the FBI is going to do? What's one of the first things the FBI is going to do when they get that rifle? and send it to Quantico. They're going to fire it.
There you go. I was about to say the same thing.
Right. That's what I was
get
about
a
to say.
rifling
Right.
match.
They're going to have to get. They're going to have to get it right.
Yeah. So they're going to put it back together and fire it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yes, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying I don't see him breaking it down and then putting it back together later.
Maybe he didn't break it down.
Yeah, so what Mayo's saying is maybe he didn't put it. Maybe he didn't.
The FBI say it was broken down when they found it?
No.
Or if he did break it down, maybe the FBI had to put it together, and that's what they're showing you afterwards after they had to fire.
Then if the film is accurate, how do we not see? How do we not see the rifle then? How do we not see the rifle then?
Do you know about pixel? Do you understand pixelization?
Somewhat, yes.
And how? And the Bayer filter, because digital cameras don't see color. The algorithm literally fills in the pixels based on the colors of the pixels around it. So if a line is thin enough from far enough away, a digital camera won't even pick up that item. It'll just fill in those pixels with the main color around it, which in this case was black. Because you look at those, the video. It's very pixelated. That's from a long ways away.
Okay.
So,
cool.
Okay,
so you can't see the fucking details.
This is all. No, I'm not trying to be anybody's defense or anybody's anything. I'm just asking questions, and I don't understand the aggression. I'm asking questions.
That's just Mayo.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, it's because people don't understand these things, and that's
you said you wanted to link.
It's a thought
Get what you
process.
asked for.
Yeah, you definitely gonna get what you asked for, brother.
It's using a cognitive thought process to think through this shit. That's the thing that's. If you look at everything through a conspiracy lens, everything's going to be a conspiracy.
Oh no, I agree with that.
And I've heard everything from Donald Trump probably had him killed.
Oh,
A certain country we all know in the Middle East had him killed.
The last thing I heard was it was the Israelis. Was the last thing I heard. So yeah, we're all hearing everything.
So y'all already came to the conception of what about the gun, because we going to Donald Trump and everywhere else. What did y'all come up with? I want to follow this conversation y'all have.
With what?
Did y'all come up to a conception with the gun?
No,
we just going to keep past that, because I know you was I'm asking, but you was told something, so I'm trying to figure out what's the answer to it since we got it.
I was asking about the gun, and Mayo was answering. I think.
I'm asking what about the gun do we not need that we need to know about, so we all had the right information, or did they give us the right information? That's what I'm trying to find out. This is the same thing me and B Baller was talking about the other day on my on the stream we did on Friday Fuckery. If y'all didn't show up, if you would have showed up, you would have heard the same conversation, because it's some I think I asked that type of question because it came to me and I wasn't even thinking of it. Right? There's certain things that we always want to look for when we see stuff like this. Some people we don't want to talk about it. I don't understand why we don't want to talk about it. But anyway,
in these situations, all the information is never going to be available to us. We're not going to see every picture that they took.
Yeah, but what? Okay, so
we're not going to see every lab report, and that fact isn't evidence of a conspiracy.
Yeah, but why are you taking what they showing you if you looking at something? So if he's saying, if you telling Ruck that gun takes two,
because people online are saying that it's a hard thing to do, right?
Okay, but we didn't know that.
Okay,
but Mayo,
it's going to be some difficult task.
But Mayo, we didn't know that. You talking to us, bro, like we in your mind, and we seen everything that you seen. Ruck literally just asked the question because he said when you posed it to him, he said he didn't know. And then once you gave him the answer, right, yes, which was 2, right? So that's letting us know you could take the gun apart. And then we went to the fact that, again, you went to the point that if you seen him come off the building with the pixels, because you went to pixels, not even saying that the gun was in the sleeve, anything. He didn't have the gun in his hand. He had it in a black bag that you said there was a pixel, and they made it a certain size. So, again, only thing he was asking is why put it back together if it was took apart on top?
Because we don't know if they found it together. All we know of the rifle is the picture they took of it laying on a table. Has anybody seen a picture of it wrapped in a blanket?
We've seen it we've seen it in a sleeve coming up off that building with it.
No, I mean, no, the FBI picture showed us of the gun where you can tell what it was.
No, but that wouldn't be the pixel. I think you was explaining to him what it was. The pixel was it. So you talking about the picture that the FBI got, or were you talking about from the camera?
Yes, because the gun we saw. Yeah, OG, because the gun the FBI showed us was not taken apart. It was assembled on a table. And the scope was all the way to the rear. The turret tower was backed up to the ring. And people are representing that as how the gun was found. And simply, we don't know how the gun was, what condition the gun was in when it was found.
Or some people just ask questions and you treat us like we're trying to fight with you when we're not. You know?
No, I can't find any pictures from the
But you can, but if you have a question about how hard it is to take down a K98, a sporterized K98, because that makes a huge difference, that's easy to find online. You can watch it on YouTube.
Or I can ask a question and someone can answer it without being hostile.
Or you can state the beliefs that you had based on what you knew.
Available to me.
You don't want to ask for the link, bro. I told you go get what you
link. I appreciate. Thank you for the link. I'm good.
No. I'm trying to tell you, when you ask for the link, this is what you're gonna get. This is every night.
Okay. No taken. Right on. I'm cool with that. Now that I know what I'm walking into, that's good. I'm cool with that.
John ain't shit.
What do you mean, John? You only been here 2 weeks. Shut up.
Seriously, don't go by what John said.
John, that incognito. That dude. Listen to that.
Yeah, ain't it right now? What you doing, John?
Mayo know he controversial. You know he
Hey, listen, he gets some good conversation from Mayo, and I'm sure Ruck will give him some good conversation back.
Hey, John's just. John's a little emotional from having to deal with his asshole boss. That's all.
All right,
well,
I'm dropping.
An old Army E5. I'm an old Marine E3. So yeah, we're gonna lock horns now and then.
Hope your neck's strong.
I'm gonna tell you the two people that sound the angriest when they talk. Now, OG don't do it all the time, but he can get that way though.
Especially when dealing with me.
Yeah, when those two get at it, it's like a war room, bro.
Hey, Mayo, my brother in crime, man. Y'all just don't know. What y'all doing?
No.
I only Smallville one person, nigga, and that nigga at the bottom. He ain't said nothing. He quiet today. But yeah, nigga, that's the only person I was small. All the rest of y'all niggas, y'all gonna get hell. You know that now.
Hey,
I'm listening. I'm sitting here listening. I ain't trying to do nothing special.
Oh, and the one talking.
I was just saying you the only person I Smallville, sir. And you know that's a fact. It's a fact.
And the one
I'm
the
a
one out on the
save
bottom,
spoon.
the one out on the bottom right. Oh, he's the biggest deceiver.
What?
Oh yeah, he's the biggest deceiver.
No, I omit, motherfucker. It's not deceivers. I omit.
Call it what you
You
want,
calling
liar.
a liar?
He a liar, bro.
I'm not a liar. I just omit shit that don't need to be there. That's like fucking, like the word. What is that word that has a bunch of silent fucking letters? Just pick one. I don't care which one it is.
Onomatopoeia?
That's what I do. I omit shit. You know what I mean? That's what I do. Nothing special.
Oh boy.
And John the Baptist, you ain't shit, nigga. You ain't been here in like 6 weeks. This nigga want to come up here and start talking shit today.
Sir, I've been going for a couple of days. What we doing here?
Oh, did you go play golf?
Nah, I'm on the road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been doing something different.
Oh, pickleball.
I told you, he a deceiver.
You picked up golf and pickleball, John?
I ain't know what pickleball is.
No, it's like a tennis, and except for what I don't know what.
Dude, I can barely walk. You know I ain't playing no tennis.
Isn't it like tennis with a paddle kind of ball instead of a racket?
Yeah.
So you don't have strings. You're whacking it with wood or something like that.
Yeah, it's a mix of ping pong, tether.
This is a
all kind of
PG
weird
show.
shit.
This is a PG show, sir. No whacking wood on this show.
My bad.
Nigga said a PG show, and after all that rhetoric we just got through talking about the PG. That is crazy, bro. That nigga there, boy. We would have been gone a long time ago.
I appreciate you all. It's been a fun panel. I'm going to drop off and come back on and listen once I get my fat ass to the pool because it's pool time here in Las Vegas. So I'm going to drop off the panel
Rock!
and listen.
You know what, Rock? We don't want to see you no more. You're going to pull that on us, man. Dude, I don't want to see you around these parts no more.
Sorry. I'm going to go stick my pink ass in the pool till my fingers turn prune.
Don't cook yourself.
That's the whole thing.
Enjoy, Rock.
Yeah, nice to see you. I was a slave today, and I didn't get. Oh, I did get the gate done. I did get that done, so that's done. The dogs can have extra 12 feet. They're pissing shit, dry. Yeah, I got the AC hooked up, OG, but I can't use it until we get electricity out here and have them run me a power wire to the fucking shed.
I told your ass.
And is it 110 or 220 the model you got?
It's both. It's both. It's a mix.
Okay.
I told that nigga what to do. You didn't listen to me.
I know. Get an indoor fucking. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Just for right now. Just for right now. I'm just saying you can always throw it in the corner and then be like, hey. And I know you can. If it comes down to it, cut your hole. Put you some brackets in there. You know what I'm saying? Put you some siding on it and slide it in there. Now, when it's done, folks, just make sure you make that same piece and put that foam in. Cut your piece of foam out and lock it back in there. Then when you need it, you can pop it right back out with some little clips. That's it. You got you a spot for it. I'm telling you, bro, that's way more simpler just for right now until you get everything like the moment. I think the thing's ahead because I don't like to. Man, I'm telling you, bro.
They're coming out. Hopefully, they're out tomorrow because that's when the completion date for them to install the fucking electricity is tomorrow. But I gotta find a fucking. I think I got a panel that I need to. I'm gonna run it fucking to. I just gotta buy the panel. Hopefully, it comes tomorrow. You know, then I can put it up. Bing the bow, the boom. We in the room.
Find out which. Make sure. You know which. Did you know which one are they giving you?
What's that?
Do you know which what kind of box they giving you? Like what setup they giving you? Did you know which one that you already
the box is
the size and everything?
The box is already out there, but I need a line coming from that box all the way to the shed. So I can actually have its own fucking dedicated.
You won't be able to have a feeder line just in case. So I was saying, like, if once you get that line ran out there, just make sure they run you the same line, not a different line. That way you can split off yourself when you need to do extra things, when you want to do other things outside that shed that you need to. You can throw you some 30s and okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Oh, man, it's a headache after headache. I'm trying to call my homebuddy to come do it for me because he's a licensed electrician, but he be on that bullshit sometimes. We'll see. But man, this is a good conversation. I mean, I came up after the fact, but I don't know. It was a good conversation.
Yeah, man, we don't drive by discussions, man. We have great conversations, but it is what it is, man. Appreciate everybody. Thank y'all for sliding through, man. You already know what it is, man. A little short show, a little short in and out. It was a great conversation. We're gonna try to chop this one up, man, and throw it out as some shorts or something, man, and have because we did have a good conversation. So we're gonna try to edit this one out, man, and hopefully you'll start seeing these shorts on Resla's page and over on the OGDoDirty page. It'll be my first time breaking down the show or anything like this. So be looking for that coming up this week, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, whenever I can get my editing up or get some people to help me with it, because I ain't good at editing at all. But Resla, what you got for them coming up this week, sir?
We got some shorts. We got some videos that are coming up this week as well, and we're gonna get back to doing some shows. And I'll be sorting out some couple of things going on for the week as well. So yeah, so make sure you stay tuned to that. We are gonna get a little bit more back into our pace.
I'm gonna put this out here for the putouts, man. Before I go and try to go buy me a whole system and come up like Resla, Mayo, Tom, B-Ball, and all the rest of these good people up here with these good engines they got that's controlling this good production. If you have any spare parts or anything like that you're trying to get rid of, I want to try to build me something, y'all. I want to do something special for myself. So my email is in the description. You can always email me, you know what I'm saying? We can figure out something. I do got a box you can send stuff to, you know what I'm saying? A P.O. box and all that good stuff. So just let me know, hit me up on the email and stuff. Anything you're trying to get rid of that's old that you already know, because y'all super rich, you know what I mean? Get y'all good computers. I'm trying to get me a good computer. I'm working on the 92 with an i3. God damn it, I need to do better. You know what I mean? So if you got any old pieces or anything like that, please contact OGDoDirty through OzTV92 at gmail.com. It's in the description. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you got. I'm gonna see if I can use it and whatnot. But I'm gonna try to build me a PC. It was a friend told me about it, Mayo, and he was like, it'd be a good thing for me to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I really need something better when I got. So if you want to help me out with that right there, coming up project over on OGDoDirty side, and I will try to do a video of me putting that motherfucker together. So it might be terrible looking and trash, whatever, bitch. It's gonna work for me though. You know what I'm talking about? And don't be hating on my shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you want to help in that project and it's coming up soon, hit me in on the Gmail. And appreciate everybody for coming through, man. We up out of here.
Truck, rolling through the block, trolling through the blockchain, slinging heavy clout, spitting on the mic, what's the latest, what's about? Politicians tripping, headlines flipping out in the heart of the South, where the whispers turn to shouts. Meetings in the shadows, hustlers making plans, deals going down, gripping tight, shaking hands. City buzzing loud, news dap in demand. Dirty South vibe, deep roots, 30 land. Drop by, chop it up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till the sin. Dirty South, live a thick skin. Rappers on the come up, topics in their rhymes. Truth spilling raw, cutting through the grime. Events popping off, party scenes in their prime. Southern nights wild, about to lose track of time. Headlines breaking, cities heartbeat racing. Discussions, heavy heads nodding syncopation. From the bodega gossip to the mayor's dictation. Southside stories, raw truth, no hesitation. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over tell the sin. Dirty South, live a thick skin. Drop by, chopping up news, flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till it's dead. Dirty South living, thick skin, thick skin. Drop by, chopping up news, flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till it's dead. Dirty South living, thick skin, thick skin. Dirty South living, thick skin, thick skin. Dirty South living, thick skin, thick skin. Rappers on the come up, topics in their rhymes. Truth spilling raw, cutting through the grime. Events popping off, party scenes in their prime. Southern nights wild, about to lose track of time. Headlines breaking, cities heartbeat racing. Discussions, heavy heads nodding syncopation. From the bodega gossip to the mayor's dictation. Southside stories, raw truth, no hesitation. Drop by, jumping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till it's dead. Dirty South living, thick skin, thick skin. Drop by, chopping up, news flying in the wind. Talk about the biz, who's winning, who will spin. Crime on the rise, truth over till it's dead. Dirty South living, thick skin, thick skin.